Work. Hello. Good evening. Good evening to each and everyone. If you just joined the live stream, please do me a favor and like the stream. I really have to come in here. It's still late in Ghana, but I think if I don't do this, I'm not going to sleep. 11:22 p.m. But if I don't do this, I don't think I'm going to sleep. So please just hit the like button. We're going to have a very good conversation today. I'm just going to be here for like 1 hour, and I just hope that everything get better. Yeah, it's 11:23 because I'm getting a lot of messages on my Instagram. People are saying that why am I allowing people to call names? It was not intention to call names. People are actually sharing their opinion. So we need to do this. Like I don't think if I don't do this, I don't think I'll be able to sleep. Let's do this, okay? I'm gonna need 2 Africans. Yeah, 2 Africans, please. I need 2 Africans who live in America. I need 2 Africans who live in America, or maybe if you have lived in America before and then you are in Ghana, you qualify to click on my link, please. I'm gonna send a link here. I need 2. Listen to me very carefully. I need 2 Africans and also 2 African Americans. 2 Africans and then 2 African Americans. Like we need to understand each other. Let's have a conversation. My last video, I don't know if you haven't seen the video, maybe you should check it out so that you know where this thing is coming from. I'm getting so many messages on Instagram right now. But Amaya, why did you have to allow name callings in your video? I thought you are here to bridge the gap. Like I said, we're here to bridge the gap. This is a conversation that I felt like we need to talk about. Yeah, so please, I'm going to send a link. Please, once again, I'm going to send a link. But like I said, if you're an African American, feel free to click on the link. And also, if you're an African living in America, okay, feel free. This is just a conversation. Like, please, if you're an African living, Jamaicans feel left out. No, please, don't feel left out. Stay here. Don't go anywhere. I'm definitely coming to Jamaica. Like I said, these videos that I'm doing, I keep on learning every day. It's like a learning process for me right now. Please just do me a favor, like the stream if you just joined. I've seen 268 people. We're just gonna have a good conversation, and don't forget to like the video to support the channel. Thank you. Like the video to support the channel. 268. So I need to have over 200 likes. I need to have over 200 likes. I need to have over 200 likes. Thank you. I've seen 113 people liked it. 113. So I'm gonna send a link right now. Please make sure you click on the link, but you have to be an African living in America. I mean, an African, like, okay, you're born in Africa and now you're living in America, or maybe you're an African American. I just want us to have this conversation, please. We are here to have a conversation. We are not here to fight. I'm not here to speak against another person. We are here to have a conversation. The conversation means feel free to voice out your opinion without insulting anybody. So this is why I need to come in here. Please, can I get water? Because I think I need to start right now. So 292 people. Can I get 300 people before I start the show? Thank you. 300 people before I start the show. Okay, so this is the link. Who drank the water? Me? Yeah, so this is the link. Please click on it and let's have a conversation. This is a late live stream because of what really happened, and I have to wake up and then do this. I'm really tired, but I have to do this. Please, so just click on the link. Like I said, click on the link. We are here to have a conversation. Feel free and click on the link. Thank you so much. Thank you. Click on the link. I'm looking for. Do I have any Africans? Like, if you're an African living in America, feel free. An African, you're born in Africa but you're living in America, feel free to click on the link for me so that we have this brotherly and sisterly conversation today. Thank you. Thank you. So I think I have, I'm already done. Please, no more. I have like already 10 people in here. I already have 10 people in here. So please just hold on for me. I have 10 people in here. Stop clicking on the link right now, please. I'm going to bring the next set, but let's do this. Hi, Tony.
Hey Maya, how you doing?
Good. Tony, where are you from?
From Ghana, live in United States, New York.
Okay, good. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Just stay. I'm coming. Just leave it. Hold on.
All right.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, I'm Cher Page, living in the United States, and I know both sides.
Okay. All right. Good. I have. Hello.
How you doing, Brother Maya?
Great.
I am Jamal, calling from Atlanta.
Okay. All right. So I need. Okay. So I have this family lives in Rwanda. I know them. This family lives in Rwanda. Hi.
Yo, I am Maya. What's the deal, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you. I've been watching your videos. Good to see you in here. Do I have another? So one more person. Hi.
Hi, what Maya? My name is Ebenezer Bafo. Actually, I'm from Ghana.
Okay. All right. Good. So I guess we good to go. So please, I'm just gonna put up a question. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me just bring on everybody on board right now. Just hold on. Ezekiel, hi.
Only the ones that have you.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Only the ones that have you. Hi.
Hello.
Are you
So all right. So I guess I have. I'm okay. Who's that? Oh my goodness. So I guess. Can you all mute your main video, please? Can you all mute your main video? Mute your main video, please. Thank you. The main video from YouTube. Can you all mute it? Not the video. The video from YouTube. Mute the video from YouTube. All right. Okay. Not this one. I've seen all of you have videos. Okay. So if someone is about to speak, you all should mute. If you want to speak, you come up and speak. Thank you. Let's from the sound. If someone is about to speak, you all should mute. Okay. Hello. All right. Good. Perfect. Perfect. So this is the conversation we're gonna have. Yeah. Let's respect each other first of all, and whatever that you want to say, just feel free and say it. We just want to know what is the hate-love relationship between Africans and African Americans.
Could anybody talk right now?
Who want to start first?
What was the original question?
The original question is like, I just feel like I just uploaded a video and I found out that there is still hate-love relationship between Africans and African Americans. I have never been to America, so I'm not the best person to talk about this. That's why I had to bring this forward. So I just want to know, is that true or false?
Can I speak up, because I am a Ghanaian, and I live in Atlanta for 5 years, and I've lived in Minnesota for 15 years. I went to historically Black college in Atlanta, Georgia, so I really I understand a little bit of both sides. I think me as an African, I would say that before I moved to the United States, I have no idea about African American history. I had no idea. I was very, very ignorant. I finished university in Ghana, but as you know, they don't teach us in Ghana. We have no idea what our brothers and sisters went through since slavery time. It was when I came here, and I remember when I went to the historically black college, there was a cultural difference. We're only three Ghanaians, but we see there was a cultural difference. But when we got to know them, and some of them telling their stories, and then we challenge ourselves to read books, American books, about since 1619 up to 1960s, whereby there was the civil rights movement. You know, you will not understand what they've been through. You know, I live in Minnesota. Let me give an example. I can buy a house anywhere I want to buy now. Ask me why. It was African Americans. In Minneapolis, blacks were not allowed to buy houses in a very nice neighborhood. But now I have a house with them, their struggles and their fight for affordable housing, also fair housing laws. I will not be able to buy the house I can afford now. So to me, I think that, and also the media has played a part, because what it is that when you're an African, they show you all the negative part of African Americans. When you're an African American, they show a negative part of Africa. So in a way, I brought my 10 African Americans to Ghana, and I remember the first time we got to the airport. That time it wasn't even the new airport. One of them said, "Is it an African?" And I said, "Yes, this is Ghana." Oh, the old airport, not even the new airport. And I said, "Let's go home." So after we went home, so to cut everything short, to me, I think that it's the misunderstanding of what we African and appreciating what they've been through. Because if you read African American history, you sit down, open your mouth. Ghanaians even have freedom, because my forefather and your forefathers had independence in 1957. My grandmother voted in 1948, as you know, that Ghana history. But African Americans didn't have any right, even during those times. So to me, I think that appreciating them, understanding, if my goal, let me tell you that I will cut it short here. If I come to Ghana, is make sure that all schools, from elementary school to college, we teach African American history. That is the reason why foreigners are taking advantage of her, because the most precious people, the most precious resource a nation can have is its people. If Africans, our forefathers, made a mistake, and some of them collaborated with white people to let our brothers go to a foreign land, that's the reason why we are giving them our gold. That's the reason why we are giving, because if human beings can be taken, how much more our gold, how much more diamond? So if we appreciate that history, the slavery history, and teach our children, to me, I think it will better us. It will better our African American friends, and it will better black people all over the world. So that's all that I would say.
I just want to say that was a very brilliant point. Let me know from the comments section if you really agreed with what Mr. Bafor is saying. But let me know if you want to speak. Just raise up your hand, and I will just unmute your camera. So please unmute your mic. Please let me know if anyone, any of my guests, want to speak out right now. Okay. Hold on. So I have let me say, like, I didn't see the hands. Yeah. Okay. All right. So okay. Hold on for me.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. No.
Okay, so you can hear me.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. Which one is it? Because I hear two voices.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah. So
living in America.
for me, I am.
All right. I'm hearing two voices. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Oh, hold on. Kofi? No. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm from, but I also have
Is the mic? Is it who's speaking?
It's like in and out.
Sorry. Please hold on. Please hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness, what happened? Okay, African unapologetic.
Yo,
Hello?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
here.
go ahead. Sorry about it. Go ahead.
So I'm Black American. I'm from the U.S. we are now living in Rwanda. Now, when we came to Rwanda, we have the utmost love and respect for all Rwandan people, you know, because that's how we are. We respect each other, and everybody who is our color, who looks like us, we look at you like you are one of us, period. You one of us. In the States, Africans, Jamaicans who come in, you are one of us. But we don't get that same treatment. When a lot of Africans come to the US, you side with white people before you side with us. You look at yourselves like you're different than us, you know, and it shows. Now, Jamaicans, Haitians, some of y'all do that too, but not everybody. And I'm not putting everybody in that category. But some of y'all come over there and y'all side with these Mzungus over us. And you look at it like we ain't even part of y'all. And you have your little cliques and y'all keep us like this away from y'all. Y'all have y'all cliques and y'all keep us away from y'all. We don't do that. It's not in our spirit to do that, because we look at everybody who is black or beautiful, which I say, we look at you all the same. And that's just what it is. And I don't know why, you know, Africans that come over do that, but y'all do that. A lot of y'all raised by white people, you know what I'm saying, over there in the States. Obama was raised by a white person or white people. A lot of y'all raised by these people, and they got some of y'all heads messed up. I know a lot of that ain't your fault, but y'all look at us like we different. And you come to our country and act like, you know, you don't want nothing to do with us. You keep us out of things. You push us away. And that's just what it is. So what's up with that?
What's up? What's up with that? Okay, so I think I need to get an African living in America to speak right now. Okay, that's Tony B. Okay, so hold on for me. Let me just bring Tony. Hold on. So Tony.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tony. You are a Ghanaian in America, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have to say about what the guy just said?
I don't know, this tension. I remember middle of 2009, I traveled to United States, and I really had a serious, you know, experience with brothers and sisters. The first day I stepped there. And what happened is, when I was going, I was like, yeah, you know, beginning, I was like, which country should I go? And I make a little search, and I realized, okay, United States has black people who look like me. So I choose United States. I go to the airport, didn't know anyone. So I met a brother, that is brother African American, and this person says she's going to help me. He's going to help me. I said, okay. So he took me to his house, and then the second day he said he's going to help me out to, you know, get my feet on the floor so that I can get work or something to do. I didn't have any document, so the life was, you know, really hard. I didn't know anything. And this person took 2,500 from me that he is going to help me. That was it.
You didn't see him again?
Scammed. And then I was out on the street. Once I was going, I was looking for a place that I didn't know. So two brothers were sitting on the roadside in front of their house. And then I asked, can you please show me this place? The moment they heard my accent, they start laughing because they realize I'm an African. You see where I'm coming from? When I was coming to United States, I thought I'm coming to my brothers and sisters. But when I got here, this is how my experience. But I don't hold anything against brothers and sisters. But when you hear them complaining, banging. Africans hate them. Africans hate that we come and then we side with white people, as the brother is saying. Which people, when I came to this country, I have not even, have anything to do with white people. I have nothing to do with them. I have not even get close to any white person. You see my experience. But when I was going, like from those two brothers, when I was going a miles away, and then I met a white person, and I asked, "Can you show me this place?" This white person did not show me, but rather he took me and walked with me to the place. Is that person and those two black person that I met that look like me, which one is better?
Well, first of all, you got to understand there are a lot of different
hold on. I'm online now, please. Let me finish my line now, and then you comment. Thank you. I don't hold anything. As I said, I don't hold anything. I'm still even talking to brothers and sisters to even travel. I'm doing that. I have a couple of lands. I have a lot of things that I'm doing so that those brothers and sisters who want to move to go with me, I had nothing to against them. But when I hear this, that Africans hate Black Americans, Africans hate Black Americans, you have no idea when we get to this country. When I was coming, I didn't know I'm an African. All what I know is I'm Black. Not even I'm Black. Even when you are African and you are coming here, you don't even know the race. We don't even think about race. We see ourselves like, brown color or whatever, but we don't even think about what is race or color as a human being. African mentality is human. This is why I think people are taking advantage of us, which we are all learning. Because anybody that comes to Africa, we treat that person better, even more than our own. Even if the black Americans come to Africa, I would treat the stranger or Black American who is a foreigner better, more than my own Africans that I live with them for a long time. You ask everybody if I'm lying. We think human. That is our African culture. You see the experience. So how, if I'm not someone who have a thinking, Scott, how will I trust brothers and sisters? How will I ask any African who comes to me to go to Black American on my experience? We have nothing to do about what is going wrong, what went on or whatever. We have no idea. Even the history that we're talking about, Africans sold Africa. Everyone is brainwashed. Who know the real history? Who sold who? And who sold who? Who captured who? Who captured who? It could be Black Americans. Some of them ancestors captured my ancestors. And my ancestors maybe captured some of the Black Americans' ancestors. So who are we blaming? We are all brainwashed. We should stop these brain games and come together, please.
Okay. All right, brother. Thank you so much. Who else want to speak right now? So I need. Nomat, you still want to speak again?
Look, I just want to say that I feel what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he right. You understand what I'm saying? He right.
Yeah.
We all should look at each other like, yeah, I'm gonna let you talk, babe. We all should look at each other like we are one. And I feel where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? You had your bad experience in America. I had bad experiences with Africans in America. Now, we need to squash this because at the end of the day, we are all one. You know what I'm saying? The way you talk, getting all of this off your chest, the way I talk, that's what needs to happen. It needs to come head to head. You understand what I'm saying? We need to express how we feel. I express how I feel and what I see. through my eyes and through my lens. You express how you feel, and that's how we hash things to get things together. So shout out to you, Watermeyer, for this, my beautiful wife.
Yeah, thank you, Watermeyer, for putting this together. Much respect to you. I just want to say there's a lot of unlearning we have to do as people. You are right, we are human. Everywhere we've traveled, no one asks us, are you black? You can look at my skin and tell me, see that I'm brown. Okay, so people are like, where are you from? So you're right, we are human. Nobody says, oh, you Black American. No, everywhere we've traveled, they ask, where are you from? You know, so there's a lot of unlearning that we have to do in the US. There's a lot of division, a lot of devices that were put in our way to keep us divided. Yeah. And we're still using those. I don't understand, but I think that it's a lot of unlearning, and we have to do a lot of reteaching so that we can come together like we should be as a people, because the division wasn't really created by us. And it's like we miss that. You know, we're busy blaming each other, not knowing that the real devices was created by someone else externally. And they're watching. They sit back and watch us do this. They're sitting back constantly watching us go back and forth, back and forth. You know why? Because that's going to keep us divided. It's going to keep us from building. It's going to keep us from being the people we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be on top. All over this world, we're supposed to be on top. And this is what's keeping us from being on top. We're blaming each other for like petty things. And we're still not in control of what we should be in control of. In my country, where my ancestors fought, died, bled to death, whatever you want to call it, we're still being lynched right now. It's 2020. My people are still being lynched. There was a 20-year-old that was hung recently. Are you serious? This is 2020. And yet the real enemy is going free. Yeah. And we're busy bickering, going back and forth, back and forth. The real enemy is killing us right now. And we got so much building to do. So it's I think a lot of unlearning and reteaching that we have to do as a people. And I think that's part of the problem. You know,
facts.
We don't know who the real enemy is. The real enemy is very, very, very sneaky. Very sneaky.
And he will treat you Africans way better than us. Yeah. He will bring y'all in, just like you said. He'll do that to you, so you could be like, "Oh, y'all are so cool. Y'all are like Jesus." You know what I mean? But then he'll treat us a certain way, so we could get to fighting with y'all. But we have to see what they're doing. We have to know what their tricks are. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be smarter than them. You understand? We are all beautiful people.
Yeah, the real enemy comes to us in a different way. Yeah.
Yo.
If you just joined the stream, please try and like the video. I've seen over 1,000 people watching, so please don't forget to like the stream. If you just watch, let's hit 1,000 likes, and let me continue the show. I think I need to know who else want to. So right now I need a Ghanaian. Sorry for saying a Ghanaian. Any African in here? African born? No, African. Oh, okay, Chris.
Yeah, yo.
Okay, Chris, hi.
Yeah, hi, cool man. What are you?
How are you doing?
I'm cool, you know. Speaking live from Dubai. I've been following you for a quite long time, you know. And I'm from Shama.
Okay.
Yeah. I really appreciate what you are doing for the continent Africa. But I would rather like to advise our fellow Africans all around the globe. We have something that we all have to, you know, take a measure first. What I mean is we have to fight within the African continent first. Why am I saying that? I'm saying this because Watermeyer, what you are doing, you are projecting Africa. Look at the distances and the travel that you have been through around the African countries. Look at some of the things that we, the Africans, normally do to you when you travel around to make videos portraying the goodness of Africa. I can remember what happened to you when you were in Uganda, what the Ugandans do to you. You know, these things can be understand, and we can understand this thing within ourselves as Africans by having a movement like what you are doing.
Okay.
A movement that we, the African, on the African shore, have to unite ourselves strongly so that we can project the African continent. I have
Sometimes I sit here and I watch your videos and I sit down and I start to cry because what I'm finding here in Dubai here is like it's the same thing that my brother in America had an experience from his brother taking money from him or whatever. Sometimes I find it very difficult for we Africans treating our own fellow Africans like animals. It's not the white man. It's we ourselves selling our own brothers and sisters and making us feel like we are nobody in this world. I'm proud to be a Ghanaian and I'm proud to be black. I really love my black skin. Here, sometimes you see our African brothers having dreadlocks on their head. They will call you, "Hey, I like your hair." But ask them how many of them have this kind of hair that we have. They are envy of us. Africa have the best natural resources, especially my country, Ghana. We have everything in the world, but hey, look at us. I would rather entreat each and every youth watching me right now by spreading it from West Africa, North Africa, East Africa, South Africa. We have a movement that will power it, that will move each and everybody forward, especially starting from the eastern part of Africa. The Eastern Africa should understand those from the Western Africa. Our first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, did that movement, and the people from the eastern part of Africa didn't understand what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was saying. If you people can go back and watch this man, I think he's from Kenya. He always preach about Africa, and I wish that people from Eastern Africa will understand the movement that Eastern or Western Africa, we are all one. I won't go by the people in the diaspora. No, I just want this movement to be within the African continent first, because in a saying, in my Fanti, I'm a Fanti, and I hope some of you will not hear what I'm going to say. Whatever you have to do it first in your house, in your home, before you project it outside. So if Africa, all of us from the north, the west, the east, and south, should project ourselves to understand what it means by us putting ourselves together to be each and everybody's keeper. I think those who are traveling outside like me wouldn't have that chance to go outside, but rather stay in to project the Africa that we have.
Okay.
So Wode Maya, I would rather entreat you to move out to the universities, to the tertiary, or to any other places to have a movement, especially when we have a solid movement. That is what Obama did, and he became the president. He started from the universities. He started making that movement from schools, from places, and they were able to come out with a very strong and very good foundation to be where he is. And I think making that movement from schools, the universities around the African continent, I think most of us will have that unity, and then I think it can bring a good impact to Africans. Thank you, Wadi.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. Okay. I think that was good, but what we're talking about today is about a video that I uploaded not long ago. I think 2 hours ago, about interracial relationship, mixed race like experience in Africa, and I think I got comments in there. I didn't really like it. That's why I had to do this live show. It's really late, but I have to make it happen. So we're still on the conversation, and let me know who. Okay, somebody want to speak. Kofi, I know you just joined. Come on, Kofi, hold on. Okay, so hi, sister. Hi, hello. I can't hear you. No sound. Oh, sorry. Okay, no sound.
I got you. Can you hear me?
All right, good. Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm sorry. I just want to say hello, Wode Maya. Hello, everybody else on the panel, and hello, YouTube. I am a veteran, and I have traveled pretty much the globe. Like right now, I'm currently in Germany. I'm on my way to Ghana right now. Once I leave Germany, I'm going to Niger. After Niger, I'm going to Togo, and then I'm going to Ghana. First off, as an American, as a born American, the first thing that we all need to understand is that we are all Africans. We are the children of African people, continental Africans that were taken and brought somewhere else. That one disconnect has created all of this confusion between cousins. We're literally cousins from a single family, from single family groups. We're cousins, and because of that division caused by the colonizers, and then all of the systems that they put in place on both sides, we now have all these layers of confusion. And on one side, we're taught, we're given a school of thought, and then on the other side, we're given a school of thought. On the African side, the colonizers created this education system that glorified British rule, glorified French rule, and the French language and French allegiance. It glorified all of those things without telling the story of what was happening across the Atlantic. Then you have, them not seeing white people as a threat, not seeing white people as a problem, not seeing white people as well, just seeing them as caregivers and fortune bringers. They have, there's a sensation that white people are nice people. However, across the ocean, you have the scenario of the rest of us cousins in a country, in multiple countries. We in Canada, in the Caribbean, in Central and South America, all of us African people were tortured, used as guinea pigs for medical experiments, used as beast of burden to produce anything and everything that needed to be produced. Used our children used as sex objects to create other beast of burdens. The women used, as nursemaids to milk, white kids. The men used for sex. The men molested. Just disgusting things that happen to Black Americans. So on both sides of the spectrum, there's traumas that have happened, but they happened differently. So we have different perspectives of, as the sister said, different perspectives of the same enemy. Yet we use our individual spaces as our comfort zones. And then when we come together, we cannot communicate with each other and we don't relate to each other, and we're cousins. And the other thing that a lot of people don't recognize is that United States foreign policy specifically was put in place and structured so that there would not be commerce and communication between Black Americans and Africans. There was a structure put in place so that we would not communicate and we would not become a collective. So when Africans would come to the United States, up until I believe the 80s, they would specifically tell them, don't socialize with Black American people, because
who tells them? I want you to clarify that.
The immigrations. When they come through immigrations, it was a policy for them to tell Black American or Africans not to socialize, not to mingle with, not to communicate with Black Americans. And also they would kind of coach them into, different spaces to go to, if they were intellectuals or whatever. Like if you're an African, coming for college or whatever, they would direct you to what colleges to go to. They wouldn't send you to an HBCU. They wouldn't send you to the average Black American community. They wouldn't explain to you, oh, the reason why these Black Americans are living in poverty, or the reason why, you know, they're living in the projects is because of the structural and systemic racism and financial issues and redlining and blacklining and because of your social security number or because of your zip code, because of you know, your mother lives in this neighborhood, you can't send your child to this school. They wouldn't explain these things to Africans when they come to the United States. So when Africans come to the United States, they're thinking, oh, you know, well, these poor Black people, or these, you know, Black people with these issues, I don't want to be by them because this white man is telling me this. Not necessarily, you know, it wasn't, you know, directly telling them this, but they were putting that information out there to keep the division in place. So you would have you have in the United States, you have communities like the brother was saying, you have communities where it's all Ghanaians, all Nigerians, all Somalians, all Rwandans, you know, and they're separate even. You don't really have Ghanaians and Somalians hanging out together. You definitely don't have Egyptians hanging out with Africans, or no, actually Egyptians will say, I don't hang out with those Africans. You know what I mean? They like the same way, and this goes back to, I know everyone on this panel watches Dr. Arikana, and she explains how the Berlin Conference, you know, segregated all the parts of the African continent, right? And when Africans come to the United States from any of the countries, they come to the United States and act the same way they are on the African continent. They separate themselves exactly by those countries. If it's a Malawian community, it's a Malawian community somewhere in the United States, and they have a Malawian church. You know what I mean? They have Malawian parties in that neighborhood. So segregation and the blinding that and the conditioning that was put in place by colonization, the Berlin Conference, and all that stuff is very structural in the minds of Black people, whether you're African or whether you're African American. It's your mind is very structured, very structured. Even amongst other Black people. If you're from the South, all Black people from the South kind of hang together. If you're from the Northeast, all Black people from the Northeast kind of hang together. If you're from Texas and West, you kind of hang together. You know what I mean? Their structure is very stiff in most people's minds. When that structure starts to kind of get flexible is when you start to move around the world, when you start to move around, when you start to get out, when you start to see that all of what was put in place is not a true reality, even though when you do go into these other spaces, there is still barriers, like you saw yourself, Wodamaya, when you went to these other countries, when you went to Uganda, when you went to, you know, I think it was Zambia or somewhere in South Africa, and they, you know, kind of marginalized you as an African from Ghana. You know what I mean? We don't want you to do A, B, or C in our country. But you did start to see that there's issues going on, and these issues shouldn't be going on. But all of this is in place specifically because, as that sister said, we all have a common enemy, and we don't recognize that common enemy as an enemy. We do not see the enemy as an enemy. Once we see the enemy as an enemy, then we can focus on ourselves, focus on our communities, develop ourselves in our communities in a way to protect ourselves against that enemy. But as long as we are still seeing ourselves as, oh, I'm Ghanaian, and I'm from Boston, and I'm from Kenya, and I'm from Jersey, and I'm from, you know, Somalia, and I'm from Kansas, as long as we want to hold on to those flags and hold on to those identities, as long as we want to hold on to that and we don't see Black first, if you do not see Black first the way that they see it, because that's what they see first, but we don't even see it first. And I understand the one brother, he was saying, okay, Africans see everybody as human. Naturally, that's correct. Naturally, that is correct. You're supposed to see everybody as human, naturally. But we have unnatural issues in play right now. So when you have unnatural issues in play and you are in survival mode, the first thing that you need to take care of is the first thing that they see, which is blackness. We need to all get on the blackness, because once we all get on the blackness, then we will all be safe. Because if Walter Maya a Gambian diplomat's son got killed in Atlanta in the same month that George Floyd got killed. A Gambian diplomat's son got killed, shot by the police in Atlanta at around the same time that George Floyd died. Let me repeat that because you look confused. A Gambian diplomat's child was killed by the police in the United States, in Georgia, around the same time that George Floyd was killed. Why? Because he was black. So when Africans come to the United States under the impression that they're African, that's when they realize that they're black.
You see, what I mean? I want to come in here. I want to come in. Please, I really want to come in here because let me tell you something. Personally, yeah, I never knew I was black until I got to China. You see, so many of us were not educated about these things. Like, for real, like, Walter Maya never knew I was a black man until I got to China. What I knew was I'm a Ghanaian, and when it comes to general thing, I'm an African. Most of us don't even know our history. I can bet you that you can go to the streets of African countries, go and ask them, yeah, are you an African or you're a black man? Most of them will not tell you that I'm a black man. They will tell you I'm an African, or maybe I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Zimbabwean. I don't know if I got Africans on the continent watching me right now. You can check the comment section. Most of us don't know that we're black. So when we get out of Africa, that's when we get to know that, oh, wow. So which means that I'm black. But most of us don't know. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that it's kind of miscommunication among the two. So I think African Americans should try and understand Africans on the continent, because most of us don't even know our history. I'm number one. Listen, I didn't even know that slaves were taken from Ghana and then they took them to America. I never knew that until I met an African American. See, we can even go to the streets and start asking who is an African American. So many Africans will not know. I'm just being honest to you, yeah? Go to the streets of Africa right now, maybe wherever you are. You are in Rwanda. I've seen Nomad, you guys are in Rwanda. Do this for me. Go to the street and ask people who is an African American. Trust me, nobody knows. I mean, you'll get few people, but 80% of them will not know who an African American is, because we were not educated about our own history. We don't know. I think that someone wants to speak. Mr. Bafo, let me give you the chance to say. I think you have to support me on this one, Mr. Bafo. Hello, Mr.
I'm here. Yeah, you are right. I went to school in Ghana. I finished university in Ghana before I moved to the United States. As you're saying, to be honest, even the history. I remember the book that I read when I was in elementary school, Makers of Civilization. Makers of Civilization. That was indoctrination, because there was no black person in that book. So we were miseducated. Even up to university level, we were miseducated. And even now, I sit on WhatsApp platform and I see Ghanaians fighting. You are Fanti, I am an Ashanti. I grew up in Volta region. I grew up in BA. My father used to travel around. So when I see even Africans fighting on WhatsApp forums about tribe, it irritates me. I'm not talking about other Africans. I'm talking about people who have finished Legon, a university, talking about tribe to the point that I was like, the white man came to divide us. Even within our continent, we are divided. But as you know, we cut across boundaries. We are the same people. I was in Ghana, I was in Togo, I was in Benin. If you go to Ivory Coast, there are Akans in Ghana, there are Akans in Ivory Coast. So that I understand what everybody's saying. That miseducation and also learning history has really torn us apart. Because I was fortunate when I moved to the United States. I moved to Atlanta, and I was in a purely black neighborhood. It was called College Park. So it's in a black neighborhood. My 2 girls went to a school, elementary school. That was only black people. There was nobody. There's no other race there. And because I already have college education, I went to HBCU, which is a historically black college university. So I was able to relate to African Americans. I got that opportunity to know more about them, and they also got to know more about me. As I said, I brought about 10 of my classmates in 2002, 2003 to Ghana. So I understood, but I started reading, and I realized, wow, there's a lot of history that I had no idea about the United States. I had no idea. I read about, even after slavery, after emancipation, African Americans only got 6 years. 6 years. That they call about Reconstruction. It was just 6 years. Because Andrew Jackson didn't do anything. Lincoln's vice president didn't do anything. And Grant, his first 6 years, what he did something. After they left the South and came to the North, African Americans were on their own. There's a book I read. It said Slavery by Another Name. Whereby if you are walking on the street in the South, they can capture you and they put you in prison and you become a slave again. They'll make you work in their food and pay you. So I learned about all that history. I started reading. I said, up to 1965, when I got the job, I remember when I moved to Minnesota, where I live is purely white. And you can hear the white people say, oh, you didn't have much when we came here, but look at you. I said, my brother, when I came here, I had a first degree, even I had a master's degree already. So I got opportunity to go to a black school. So it was easy for me to move from that poor neighborhood. But we're talking about brothers and sisters whose schools are not even equipped. And they will tell, oh, they are lazy. They are not lazy. Or if you live in a black neighborhood in the South, every morning, all the buses are full. People are going to work. They work in Wendy's. They work in. I had a neighbor who was a single mother. He worked 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day for 6 days a week. And he's still making the poverty line lower. He was under the poverty line. So they make that perception. And so if you don't take care, you buy into this white man's indoctrination, who they've indoctrinated us in Africa. We don't even like each other. Last week, I told my WhatsApp group in school of administration, I said, stop this tribal. I use the word nonsense. People are angry with me. But I said, let's stop this tribal nonsense. Because we are the same people. The white man came to divide us. They've divided us in America. They do the same thing. But if I have not educated myself to go to know my African American brothers, and they got to know me, and me understanding the system here in the United States, and understanding the struggles that they've been through. If my daughters, initially, sometimes I want to say this to African American, some of us are immigrants. When we come, your focus is to work hard, take care of your family. So you don't even involve yourself in some of these things. We just go to work, come back home, take care of your family, make sure you raise your kids. It was my daughters. When they reach their teenage years, they said, Daddy, you have to go. You say when we retire, going back home, you're going to leave us here. We are going to be African Americans. They're going to treat us the way they are treating our fellow African Americans. We are African Americans because that's how they're going to treat us. So you better make sure that if there's a protest, I don't want to go. I'm immigrant, and they will drag me if I want it or not, because they told me, said, you are going to leave us here, and we are going to be seen as African Americans. So you better be part of this fight. So what I'm getting at is it goes back to what everything says, so that I can give a chance for other people to talk. Is that we have to understand we have a common enemy, as our sister in Rwanda said. We all be miseducated. We have to know that we are one people. No matter the tribe, no matter where we come from, no matter our backgrounds, we are the same people. The white man doesn't care. They will pull you over. Somebody pull me over, and the first question he asked me, is this car yours? A white police officer. Is this car yours? And I was like, are you out of your mind? I work for my money. Is this car you? I said I've stolen somebody's car. So in a way, it goes back to whatever all our sisters and brothers have said. We need to find a way to understand each other, read each other's history, understand each other's culture, be able, because even within Africans, here I live in a very medium town, about 100,000 people. So we have the Kenyans and things, though they do have their own thing. One time we meet together in a park as Africans and we have our party. We invite our African American brothers and small people. There are not many here. So in a way, we have to find a way, that bond, and figure a way how to come together as a people. Because the fact is, you are seen as a black man no matter who you are, no matter your status. God has blessed me in this country, but no matter my status, they see you as a black person. They see you that way.
All right.
I will let other people talk.
People join. Okay, so Mr. Bafo, thank you so much. I think I've not talked to Shekid. You've been in the car for so long, so your mic is on. Shekid, you can have that. Kofi, hold on. Oh, Jamal, please hold on. I know you've also been here for so long. Please hold on. Shekid,
yes.
No, go ahead.
So you guys can hear me?
Okay, everyone can hear you.
Okay. So I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about what's going on now in current. And at the end of the day, like the gentleman said, we don't know our history. No one knows your history. We only know what the white man has taught us and what they tell us in school and what our mothers and fathers have taught us. At the end of the day, like the gentleman said also, the media plays definitely a big part. I've been in America, for years, and I was taught that, going back to Africa is not a pretty good sight. And I'm pretty sure our brothers here, when they came here, the media showed Compton and other, bad parts of America are, but here I want to talk about is, when you're dealing, and I'll try to speak for the African American because I know this. I do also know because I have Ghanaian friends, I have Mali friends, I have Ivory Coast friends, and I've adapted to the culture to the point where they call me Igbo girl. But I will speak for our African American men a little bit and say that they feel, well, when Africans come here to the United States, yeah, maybe back home you're very family orientated and one way, but when you get here, it's totally different. You seem to be, how can I say, different towards us. And like the gentleman said, I'm sorry that you experienced that when you first came here. It's not right. But one word they always call us is agatas and Yankees. And to me, your experiences with the individual, it's not everyone's perception. But I do know when I'm hanging out with my African friends, my African male friends, they tend to talk very negative about black men, black African American men. And I have to stop them and say, hey, wait a minute, why are you speaking like this? And they'll tell me, oh, well, they're lazy. They don't work. They want the woman to work, for them. Why are they always at the house and the women is out there working? Well, at the end of the day, it's not until you come to America do you see that it's not that we want to take care of our men. We prefer them to take care of us. But if I'm dating you and you get arrested, for a crime that you didn't do, am I supposed to just leave you because you can't work or you can't find work here? When you get a felony, when you get a misdemeanor, there's certain jobs that you cannot get. You barely can even get a job. So I'm not going to leave you because of that situation. You get what I'm saying? You were my man before this happened. So I don't want to take care of you, but I got no choice but to do it because I love you, And on the flip side of it, I know that my African brothers, they speak negative, and I have to tell them that, they say, well, the black men don't have money. We have all this money. But guess what? I've also been around a lot of Africans where I know that they do other things to get money, as everyone does. You know what I mean? We all have a hustle, a side hustle. And people don't want to speak on certain things. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about current events that I actually experienced myself. And I do know that a lot of Black African men don't really like African American men, and I know my brothers, you know, from here, they feel like the African men talk and look down on them because for whatever reasons that they've been told before they came here that they're lazy, but they're not. You know, if you're my dude, you know, if you're my man, and I'm my rent is $3,000. You know, let's just say that my rent is $3,000. You're helping me, you know, with my rent. But most Africans that come here that flow show with their money, they're in a house. They're living like Hispanics. Not all, but most of them are living like Hispanics, and they're talking about what the black man doesn't have financially in his pockets. But yet, and still, you have roommates. You have 6 roommates over here, and people are not talking about what's happening now, what we see, you know. But I love my Black brothers and sisters, and I love my African men, you know. I just wish that we would all come together, because it's not about one race, it's about the human race at the end of the day. And we, like you said, we need to start with home first. We need to start with ourselves first and be honest. And then, you know, there's times where I'll ask my African-American girlfriends, hey, you want to come to me? Oh, I'm going to the African party. They're like, hell no, excuse me. They're like, heck no. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because they full of crap. They full of, you know, they have baby mamas, you know, back home, and they're just trying to use you for papers. Let's talk about what's really going on. And I'm not saying, you know, Black, you know, there's lies in every race. People will lie, you know, but I do get that a lot, where I come across a lot of African men that try to take advantage of African American women, you know, and it's not right. If you have a family back home, you know, and you're just looking for whatever, papers, whatever, just be honest with the person, you know, because, you know, like they say, here in America, you can get killed over $5. So just imagine when you're wasting someone's time in relationships and they thinking that they're dating you in any relationship, whether you're African-American dating, you know, an African-American, you don't play with people's lives and their relationships, you know, and their minds. And that's it. So, but yeah, I do know that a lot of African men here that I hang around, normally they always speak bad about the African American men, but then now they don't do that in front of me, because now I speak up for my brothers and I explain the difference. And I also speak up for my African male parts too, guys. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
Just want to tell each and everyone out there, this is a conversation that we're trying to understand each other, something that we don't understand about each other. There's a platform for you to say whatever you want to say, so that we'll be able to understand each other. This is based on a video that I did today. So if you haven't seen the video, make sure you go check it out. I think I need to change my guest. There's so many people who really want to come on board. So I just want to thank all my first guests. Thank you so much for being here. We've been here for 1 hour. Let me give time for the other people to come on the show. Nomad, I'm sorry, hold on. Apologetic, Nomad, please. Hold on. Hold on. Just a minute. On Apologetic, they have a YouTube channel. I watch your videos, even though I don't comment. But let me just give you a big shout out. Let me look for the link for your YouTube channel so that people can subscribe and see Rwanda through your eyes. Sorry, just give me 1 minute. So this is an African American family that moved to Rwanda. I'm just putting the link in the chat room. They have over 4,000, and I've seen over 1,600 people watching me right now. So please just don't forget to click on the link. That's their YouTube channel. Click on it. Make sure you subscribe. Go watch whatever is going on in Rwanda from their channel. If you have questions that you want to ask them, please do so. and ask them. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. And let me talk to my next batch. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, Wadamaya. Thank you. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for what you do. I watch your videos all the time.
Thank you so much,
Thank you for
Mr. Baffa. I think I read your comment today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me. Now I have my second set. 1 hour already. I have my second set. Hold on for me. Hold on. My second set. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 people in here. People want. You guys still want to join? Let me check it out. Let me just bring the ones that I have in here first. Hi.
Yo, greetings. I am Maya.
It's great to be here.
So I'm gonna mute each and every one of you. I'm just gonna ask my question. Whatever you have on board to share, just feel free to share. But I want to know who wanna start first. Okay, Jamel. Go ahead, Jamel.
How you doing? I was one of the first guests, and then my computer knocked me out of the stream. But it's no problem. So this is my first of all. I want to thank you, Wodamaya, for the platform that you've created, first of all, and then for having this conversation. First, I want to talk about what you do on presenting Africa to the world the way that you do, because I'm from Atlanta. I'm an African-American, nationality. And I grew up loving Africa and wanting to connect more with my roots. But the people who I grew up around didn't really understand that, because as I grew up, we don't get presented with a pleasant view of Africa. The Africa that we see is a place where I've spoken to African Americans, and some people have been miseducated to the point that they say that they've appreciated Europeans enslaving us because at least we got to grow up in the United States. I've heard that from not just one person who is an African American. So we have been brainwashed to an extent. And it's because we don't see positive views of our roots, of what Africa is. And a lot of people in that previous bunch, they spoke to that. So I've actually, of course, I grew up and was born here in Atlanta. I've lived in different parts of the United States, but I've also lived in Senegal. I've lived in Guinea. I've lived in Asia as well as South America. And so having the opportunity to view my Blackness outside of the context of just America allowed me to expand. First of all, reading and reading research allowed me to expand my view of what Blackness is. Because sometimes here in the United States, we think Black is just Black American. And it's because that is what we are familiar with. And so we will see outsiders or Africans as something else because it is viewed as foreign. And sometimes you hear conversations like there's this new conversation about ADOS, where it's American descendants of slavery. And so there's this reparation talks that are constantly happening. But my point in all of this is there is so much more that we need to do to be able to see each other as one. I believe that reading and research is one step, but traveling is definitely another step. The most important one, though, and I think the most easiest to facilitate, is just open dialogue. So what you're doing here right now is allowing us to actually speak to one another from each other's perspective. I've built my entire, I've been on your platform before, and I talked about my organization, African Unity Initiative. The reason that I started that is because when I was in college, I was at Howard University at HBCU, and I had Nigerian friends, I had friends from the Caribbean, and I had friends who were African American, and none of them associated with one another. And I started to notice it around maybe being on campus for 2 months. And I would just ask questions to my Nigerians and Ghanaian friends. And they had the same misinformation about African Americans being lazy. The same thing I heard from my friends from the Caribbean. And my African American friends believed just from the offset that the Africans didn't like us just because. And so it inspired me to create something called the African Diaspora Dialogue, which has grown to become a podcast now that I host on my YouTube channel. But I felt like it needed to happen while I was in college, and my organization grew out of that to show that the African diaspora needs to unify. All of us coming together, understanding what's going on with each other, can make a great impact to dilute the exploitation that each of us in our isolation go through. So long as we see the problems in Nigeria as Nigeria's problems, the problems in Atlanta as Atlanta's problems, or the problems in Haiti as Haiti's problems, we will forever be victims and vulnerable to the exploitation from white supremacy or the Chinese or whoever wants to come in and colonize and gentrify whatever area that we inhabit. So it's not our fault that we're in this situation. And I always use this analogy. It's as if somebody shot you intentionally and you wait around for that person to call the ambulance for you. The person who shot you, you shouldn't want them to be anywhere near you. And I feel that's what we sound like as African people, as African descendants, wanting Europeans or the American government to provide certain things for us. Yes, they are the culprits. They are the ones that initiated the problems that we have right now. But it is our responsibility to make sure that we are aware of what happened, we are aware of what's happening, and that we connect to one another where we're able to build things without always depending on them or depending on their education to fuel our knowledge, to fuel what it is that we know.
Jamel,
go ahead.
Jamel, what is the YouTube channel? What is your YouTube channel?
It is youtube.com/c/African Unity. I put it in the private chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I every show that I have is talking about the African diaspora coming together in different ways that we can talk about it. Whether it be, I have a show about male-female relationships, black male and black female relationships, and what we need to do there. I have a show specifically called the African Diaspora Dialogue, where I have a panel of people from the Caribbean, from the continent, from South America, from the United States, where we just talk about different topics that constantly permeate throughout these types of conversations that we are having today. And I believe that consistency in these types of conversations are the only way that we're going to move forward. I believe that having them and not being passive about it or not holding in those feelings, we can have better dialogues where we're actually listening not to get the next word, but listening to gain understanding of why this person believes this or why this person thinks that way. I believe that knowing one another's history is a very important part of that, but that comes from us knowing our own history. I will be honest with you. When you talked about not knowing the history of African Americans, there are a lot of African Americans here that don't know the history of African Americans, because when we go to school, we have Black History Month. And then that's pretty much it. Unless you go to college and you major in African American studies, that's when you really get a deep dive in our history, even as a Black person growing up in America. I taught my parents certain things about what happened during their lifetime because I studied African American studies, because I got a degree and I went into that specialized direction. Or if you go to a school like Howard University, where they implement African American studies in no matter what major you're in, they show you Black contributions in mathematics, the Black contributions in psychology, the Black contributions in engineering, whatever it is that you major in, they will give you the Black perspective of that. But that's only one school out of how many? And so it is up to us to really be intentional about how we educate ourselves as adults, as well as how we educate our children, because miseducation is actually worse than not having the information from the beginning. Because what happens is when you are already supposedly educated, if somebody tries to tell you something that's contrary to your education, then you will actually fight against them. If you've been I know PhDs, like master's degree holding people who are Black, who will fight me to tooth and nail when I try to tell them that something that they learned along the way in their education was, not true. Because it is very difficult to believe that somebody that you've entrusted with your education has intentionally misguided you, or they misguided you because they didn't know. And so we have to try to start as young as possible. But like I said, I believe that to answer your question, like, where do we go from here? I think this type of dialogue on a platform like yours is so important. And I believe that the work that you're doing in presenting Africa in all of your other videos is very important, especially for those of us in the diaspora who we don't really have that many positive images of Africa. So when you're showing us the metropolises, the metropolises that exist on the continent, when you show us the culture, when you show us the food, when you show us the different travel arrangements, the beauty of Africa, it will inspire more African Americans, more Afro-Caribbeans, more Afro-Latinos to embrace their African roots and be inspired to go back and visit. I have so many conversations with African Americans where they talk about their bucket list of where they want to travel. It's always Paris, Italy, London, Europe, China, this, and it's very rarely Africa. And that's because we don't really see ourselves. We don't see any positivity. We see the commercials. We see the malnutrition. We see the poverty. We see that. And, people will want to escape from that and not be, not want to relate to that. And so I appreciate you having this conversation, but I also appreciate everything that you do and how you present Africa to the world, specifically to those of us in the diaspora, because we need it.
I want to say thank you so much. That's his YouTube channel on the screen. Please make sure you click on the link and make sure you go check out his YouTube channel and go support the brother. Jamal, thank you so much. Let me have Kofi here. I think Kofi will beat me today. Is it Malachi? Malachi, hold on for me and let Kofi speak, and then I'll bring you on board. So, yeah, thank you. You just stay on. Let me just talk to these guys and I'll get back to you. All right, hi, Kofi.
Okay, all right. What Maya? I just want to say that first, I want to say thank you very much. I've been watching your videos since 2013, and you inspire me a lot, and you always bring me close to home because I left Ghana like 10 years ago, and you're the only one who really get me close to home. So I want to say thank you very much for the videos that you've been making and all your interviews and everything that you do. I want to say thank you very much. I also want to say thank you to everyone on the platform, everyone watching. Everybody had their own say on this, what's going on. I had a comment under the video as well, the one that you just made, and people were talking about Africans don't like African American, which for me, it's just misunderstanding. First of all, I'm not gonna go a lot deep into stuff because the job I do, I'm a soldier, so I can't really say a lot of stuff. But what's gonna happen is that all I want to say is that I think the reason why African Americans think that Africans don't like them is because of, I can say this, based on my experience and how I came to this country. I had the same mindset when I got here. They was like, oh, don't play with African Americans and stuff, because the Africans here think that, you know how we are. We came from a home where we had to take care of our family. So we come out here, we work hard, and we send money home all the time. And our brothers and sisters, African Americans, just we do the same job. But then most of them always complain that they are broke, they don't have money. And you African who work the same job, same time, you're like, wow, I send money home, I take care of my family, and I still have enough to take care of myself. So they kind of use this to think that the African American guy is lazy or don't like to work or this and that. So that is what is happening. That is what is happening. It's not like Africans don't like African American. It's just like the way they see them do things, and even in school, the way Africans take school serious. In school, Africans are like up there. They want to be first. They want to be A student. Like Africans are one of the top people in the United States with graduate degrees and bachelor degrees and master's degrees. So looking at people who came to the country and people who are already here and they are doing 5 times or 10 times more better than they are, it makes them feel like, oh, wow, what are they doing? They're from here. They claim they're from the United States, and we came to the United States and we are doing better than them. So that's the mindset, you know. So I'm not saying that that's everybody's mindset. I don't think like that because I have African American friends. But one funny thing is though, I don't know why. Every time I tell them, because I want to go home, I'm trying to go home soon because I've been here for a while, and every time I tell them I want to go home with them, they're like, no, I'm not going. I ask them why. They always have this mindset of Africa is like trash and dirty and that, you know. So I found it hard to really introduce them to African videos and stuff because my consciousness is telling me they might be judging this country, or they might be judging the market, they see, it might be judged. So like it's kind of hard to really introduce them to African culture because they're not really open-minded to really learn about this African culture that we have. So my main question is though, most of them too don't feel like they are Africans. Like when you say, hey, I mean, every black person is an African. That's me. That's how I see it. Every black person is an African because once you have the blackness in you, you are African. I love Africa. This is all I have from Ghana though. I think so, but every time I wear this, every time I go out, I always put this on and people always, it looks good on you. And people always give me compliments when I put this on. But I feel like once you are black, you are African, and you shouldn't feel offended when somebody call you African. Instead of doing African American, you should claim Africa. We have to come together. That's what Wodamaya preach every day. We have to be one. If Africa 54 countries, or is it 54 or something, like if we become one country, one united Africa, we can control this world because we have everything that you can name. We have everything that you can name. So I don't know why Egyptians feel like they're different, Ghanaians feel like they're different, Nigerians feel like they're different, South Africans feel like they're different. I don't know why. Even in the United States, there's differences when it comes to the United States. Some differences, some of them claim they are Africans, but then when you go to African restaurant, it's a Ghanaian restaurant, it's all Ghanaian working in the Ghanaian restaurant. If it's Nigerian restaurant, all Nigerians working in a Nigerian restaurant. So there's kind of division in Africa. For African American to join has to be one. Africa has to be one. We have to be one before we all can be one. If not, we're not going to be one. It's not going to be today or tomorrow. It's from the top to down, or down to the top. We all have to come together as one brother and sister, one blood, one blackness, and be black. Be proud to be black. We have to be black. That's who we are. You can never change. I don't know. I can never be white. I can use all the lotions you can give me in the world. I can be white as much as I can. I'm still gonna be black because that's who I am. So I'm very passionate about Africans and Africans for Africa. I haven't really done anything about it. Like I try to educate the people that I work with in the army. I try to get my friends close to me so I can tell them about Africa. I'm building my house right now in Africa. If you check my YouTube channel, you're gonna see I'm also, because of Wodamaya, you inspire me. I've been watching people's video because of you. I watch people's videos, people building houses. I take their leads, I talk to them, they show me the way, and I'm doing the same thing. So if we Africans in the United States and African American in the United States can also go back home, like people say all the time, what I say all the time, go home to visit. You don't have to live there. Go visit, see how it looks. If you want to live there, make your arrangement and move to Africa, because Africa is the future, or now. It's now and the future, because we are going to take over very soon. If we go back, there's more Nigerian doctors, there's more African doctors in the United States than Africa, or there's more African doctors in the diaspora than Africa itself. You know, if they go back to give back to Africa, you think that they're gonna be looked down? No, we are very powerful, and if we come together, we can really change the world and make everything what we want to see. So, I mean, I want to say all high praises to Ward Maya. I want to say thank you very much because you really inspire me, and I hope to meet you one day in the future when I come to Ghana. Maybe somewhere. So somebody should be on. I'm gonna let somebody be on.
All right, thank you. I think I have living my best life. Just hold on for me 1 minute. Let me talk to Malika, and I'll get back to you soon. Yeah, but isn't Malika? I hope I'm mentioning it right. Hi.
Yeah. Is it? Am I talking? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're talking. You're live. You're live.
Okay. All right. Well, first off, thank you, Walter Maya. It's a great honor to meet you, man. I would like to say first off, because I'm young, I'm 18, I'm just starting out, but I do have a goal in mind to go to Africa one day, Ghana specifically, because 2019 was a year of return. So, but I've heard from one of your biggest artists that were there, you're turning it into beyond a return, so anybody can come, you know. So I thank you for that. I'm really looking forward to doing that. But first off, what I want to say is I really want us to move forward economically in Africa when we do come over there, because I do have a goal. I'm just saying, like, when we go there, I'm not thinking about, you know, racism and how Black people have struggled and stuff, because, you know, in Asia, not in Asia, but people in Japan and Korea, they appropriate other cultures like Black culture and Spanish Choca culture and Chica culture, which is Mexican culture here in United States. They appropriate that because everybody in Asia is Asian. You have no cultural appropriation. There is no racism over there. Everybody is Asian, so nobody cares. What I want to know is when we go over there, we have to think forward economically. Like when I go over there, I want to convince Africans to take notes from George Washington Carver. He made a lot of products with peanuts. If we can make materials and products within our own communities and stuff, we can trade that and make commerce over that and build up our communities from the ground up by ourselves. That's what I want to happen, you know. But yeah, it's just a beautiful thing that you're on here. You're doing what you're doing. You know, that's my 2 cents, you know. But yeah, that's it.
Like I just want to know, where are you right now? Where are you right now?
Where I am?
Yep.
I'm in Ocala, Florida right now, United States.
Okay. You've never been to Africa yet?
No, never. I want to though.
Like which year are you planning to be in Africa? Which year?
Probably 3 years in ahead. Like when I get my job, you know, and build up my wealth.
I just want to tell you that you've won yourself a ticket to Africa, sponsored by Wamaya.
Okay.
So just said I'm gonna send you an email. You send my PA a message. She's gonna respond to you, and let me know which country of your choice that you want to go. I'm just gonna book the ticket for you in and out. All right. So this is the email address. Send the email address to. She's gonna respond to you as soon as possible. Yeah, hold on.
Can you send it in a private chat though?
So this is the email address. Send the email address. Make it clear that what Amaya said she's giving you. He's giving you a ticket to. Which country do you want to go to, by the way?
Ghana first.
You want to go to Ghana. So just send a message. Send a message that you what Amaya says you want to purchase a ticket for you. Just let us know the dates every time on your own accord. It's not like I'm forcing you to come right now. Just let me know on your own accord the dates, everything that you want to come, and I'll purchase the ticket for you to come to Africa. Okay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Send an email, yeah? Send an email. She's gonna respond to you. Your accommodation, everything is sponsored, and your flight is sponsored. Everything is sponsored. So. All right. You send an email?
I'm got your email. I'm gonna
I sent the email on the screen. I want to make sure that you send an email before I let you go, please.
Hold on, what? Repeat that again.
I want you to.
It's on the screen,
please, because I want to confirm that you've like this is the email. Make sure you have it, okay, and then send the email. All right, good. So just write the dates. Just think about it. Send the email first, and let us know the dates that you want to come. This is a 2 weeks sponsorship trip to Africa. So you're gonna spend 2 weeks in Ghana. Whatever you want to do, just 2 weeks. Your accommodation, everything is sponsored. All you need to do is to just pick your bags and then just on your way to Africa. Yeah. So just let me know. Just dates, everything. We'll purchase the ticket for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, brother. Love you, man. I'll see myself when you get here.
All right. You too, man.
All right. Hello. Hey, somebody saying I should ask you, do you have a passport?
I have a what?
Do you have a passport? Somebody saying I should ask you if you have a passport.
Oh, nah. Man, my mom working on that right now. I'm gonna get a passport. I'm gonna get it.
You better get a passport tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, I'm
gonna get a passport tomorrow. We'll make it happen. I want you to be the first guy we're gonna fly from America to Ghana. So please,
right.
Just get a passport.
Yeah. Like
all right, man. Thank you. Living my best life in Ghana. I can't hear you.
You muted our mic.
Can you hear us now?
Unmute our mic.
You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you.
Good.
Loud and clear.
What's up, fam? What's
How
up,
y'all doing?
everybody? Greetings from USA, Memphis.
Yeah.
What's up, Aya Maya?
Aya Maya.
We're so happy you had to be a part of this conversation. It's necessary, it's on point, it's right on time. It's a conversation that nobody ever wanted us to have. You're bringing together African people all over the world that need to recognize one agenda. Is Africa for Africans. Our ancestors told us so many times, and now we are at that point. I'm so glad to be alive and a part of history in the making, where Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, so many, y'all Santua, so many people, our spirits of the ancestors are really flowing now to get us right home to Africa, and they are so proud of us. All of us that are making this effort to bridge this gap between all of us Africans all over the world. It is our time. It's time for us to seize that time.
And look, more, I wanted to just drop this in here on the brothers. I commend all of the brothers on this platform right here. Brother, you in the A, with your podcast and how you getting out the information. My other brother, I heard you say you was in the military or something like that, but your mind is sound.
Yes.
Your mind is sound. And that's the type of people that we can trust. And young brother, you just gotta look. Nobody ever thought we would get trips sponsored to Africa by Native Africans. Nobody would have thought that, bro. You were first.
Yeah.
That I know of. I put it like that. But what I wanted to say, y'all, is right now, with this conversation being had, we're sitting under the neem tree right now. And what I mean by sitting under the neem tree is a strong herbal tree that grows in Ghana, and I think it grows in other parts of Africa, but it's a medicine for healing. So this conversation, it might be a little bitter on our palate. It might be a little bit with the little nuances, the little directions, and the little details and everything that we need to know about each other, but it's necessary. We got to drink the bitter medicine so we can come out on the other end and heal together. We can't do it with, he said this and he said that. Okay, we was all miseducated. Now I'm talking about Africa. Africa first. I'm race first. I'm totally race first. Africans for Africa are all around the world, a home and abroad. So we're going to drink this neem tea together. We're going to have these uncomfortable conversations. We're going to deal with the nuances of where we are and where we are going. Because when we get to Africa, as much as we say Africa is a heaven, it's some things that go wrong, but it's not for me to talk to the outside world about. It's not. It's for me to deal with in-house with family. And that's how we do it. Not to go out and broadcast about how I get upset about riding a trotro or how the taxi driver moving too. That's conversations we have amongst ourselves. We going home to build. And Maya, my hats off to you 100%, my brother, 100%, because we never thought, the world never thought that us Africans around the world would have this conversation, and we having it, and we understanding each other, and the time is up, we going home.
I'm so proud. I'm just really proud that this is really happening at this point in time, because we used to say, I hope that I'm able to see it in my lifetime. We used to talk about this. I hope that one day, that before I die, that many of us will get to Africa. The phenomenon has happened. I'm so glad that things have happened. Things happen for a reason, to bring African people together all over the world. Yes, we got some work to do. Yes, we got some repairs that need to be repaired. But the thing about it is, Africans in the diaspora, we have never had a place of refuge where we feel like we can repair the damage that has been done to us. It's so much that we have to deal with. It's so much terror that we have to experience every day, all day, where we have traumatic experience that happen to the people that we know, where we take it in because it could be us. Anything could happen, where something so bad and terrible can happen to us at any time. But because of our bravery, because we know how strong we are of a people, because we know of where it is where we come from, our ancestors have left the blueprint, they have left the evidence, they have left the herbs, they have left everything that we need to heal ourselves. All we got to do is come together as African people and recognize who we are, the strength of African people.
To get together with each other.
Yes,
for real.
It's time. It is our time. It is our time. I appreciate you, Ayamaya, for the things that you are doing for us. This is epic. It's epic. It's epic. I'm so glad that I'm alive. I'm so happy to be African. What a great day to be African people. What a great day to know who our motherland is, to not think horribly about Africa anymore. All the things that have been fed to us, the shape that we were in separate places, now we're able to come together under the guise of all of this colonization on the continent, all of the slavery and racism and white supremacy that we deal with on a daily basis. We can push through all of it and say, hey, you know what? We African. And no matter what, we going to build Africa and make it great again, make it our home again by any means necessary.
That's really beautiful. I just want to say thank you so much. I don't even know what to say right now, because like you said, the exodus is happening, the revelation is happening. We're definitely coming back home. I see it happening, so we all need to stick together. Like I said, for me, I'm here for everybody. The platform is for all of us. You know, whatever you want to share with us, just feel free. I mean, if I have the time and energy, I'll definitely come in here. It's not easy to be doing this all the time, but you know, I couldn't sleep knowing that people were so mad about what really happened in that video. So I had to just come in here. It's literally 1 a.m. right now in Ghana, but I had to do this. So I just want to tell each and everyone in here, like, don't forget to like the video. But brother, please, brother, don't forget to send the details. You want to make sure that we have your details and everything. And please, hello, Malika.
Hey, hello.
Yeah.
I was.
You want to say something?
Wait, go first.
Yeah, feel free.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say on the colonization part. Okay, China in Africa colonizing Zambia. I would like to say, like, what is going on over there, really? Because when I do manage to go over there, I would like to know, how do you feel about Chinese when the pandemic first hit? They came over and they called Zambians foreigners in their own country. Plus, black people couldn't get into hospitals or into shopping malls because they thought only Africans had it. And there's another thing too. Have you ever seen the movie Wolf Warrior 2?
Yeah, Saving Africa.
Yes. Okay. So China and United States are basically having propaganda battles. Just basically who can be Africa's savior. Basically, I don't really feel comfortable with that. So I would like get your opinion as to like how our Africans and other Africans in the diaspora are going to work on building wealth for ourselves, not really needing a country aiding us, and basically having them fight over who is going to be our savior or whatnot. I would like to get your input on that.
Yeah, I really understand whatever you're saying. You know, like I said, in Africa, yeah, whenever you come to Africa, most of us really don't know who we are, so we tend to accept everything. We tend to accept everything because, like I said, if we know our history, we would definitely not make that mistake that we're making right now. So with the influence of China, I don't really like. If you ask me who I need to blame, I won't blame Chinese people. I'll blame the people in power signing those contracts, and as if they are doing us favor. But it's not really favor because I know that they really want something in return. So this is something that I believe that if the entire African diaspora would join hands together on the Africans in the continent to help each other build the continent together, because this is what I've been preaching all the time, that, you know, I even found out that in America, as an American citizen, like if you want to get a loan, definitely it's just 1%, 2%, which in Africa we pay 9-10% of the loan that you get. So I believe that with that loan that you get, you can build wealth in Africa. So we should just stop complaining about how other races are, trying to take over Africa, but let's come together as one and help build Africa together. I believe that we can do it because I've seen the job that the African diaspora are doing in here. Like, I get super excited whenever I want to do videos like that. So, I want to say it's time. The time is now. And enough of the complaints. We have to unite as one and build the motherland together. If we have to forget about our people in power, I don't even call them leaders, I call them investors. If you forget about these investors and we start investing in our own continent, trust me, Africa will be the place to be. So I really understand you, brother. Let me do this, please. Hold on for me, please. I just a minute. It's 1 o'clock when I'm finished sleeping already. But hey, brother, before I let you go, Mika, have you sent your details to the email?
Oh, okay. Wait, just give me a thing of what I need to send over.
Just mention your name, that you just something simple.
All right.
Just something simple. You just want a ticket, blah blah blah, just something like that, something simple, and then we will confirm it, and then we'll do all the necessary arrangement.
Basically, send you my email, and then we'll conversate.
Did you see the email that I sent you?
All right, through the email that you sent to me.
Yeah, I posted an email on the screen. Like, if you can help me, because I'm not the one who's gonna check the email, but somebody is gonna be behind it and then reply everything that you have to do. So that's why I'm just trying to press on for you to send the email and give the details before anything.
Okay, all right. I got you, man.
Thank you. All right, good. But I sent the email for you. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you now. Just go ahead. Oh, Auntie, I thought you wanted to say something. Living my best life.
Yes, I did. I just wanted to say we appreciate you so much. We stopped in the middle of traffic to be a part of this, and we're going to head home, but we want to bring you on Living My Best Life in Ghana, because you Ghana, baby, Mr. Ghana, baby.
Mr. Ghana, baby.
So we got to have you on the live whenever you get a chance.
The borders are open. Are you coming to Ghana anytime soon?
Oh yes, we are. We getting ourselves together so we can get there.
Okay. I'll be here. I'll be
It's
here waiting for
mandatory.
you all. I love to meet both of you in person, film a video with you before I leave Ghana. I have just a couple of weeks in Ghana before I head to Nigeria. And anyone from Nigeria watching me, please, if you are watching me from Nigeria and you know any one doing tremendous job in Nigeria in terms of business aspect, maybe especially diaspora who have set up a business in Nigeria who is really doing well, please don't forget to send me an email and give me his details and all that. I'll be able to reach out to them because I'll be going to Nigeria in the next 2 weeks. Yeah. We're going to Nigeria in the next 2 weeks.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
So what did he say? Okay, Kofi.
I said thank you so much for having us. We're gonna get out of here, but we love you.
Thank you.
Love
I have
everybody.
another set before I go to.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Kofi, the final words, and I let you go for my next set, please. I have my final set. Yeah, Kofi.
I want to say this. What my, you travel around Africa and you bring good things from Africa and showcase it to the diaspora and people in Africa. So if this 1,000+ people are watching us, I just want us to do something for you. I want us to, since you're from Ghana, we can make you an ambassador of tourism in Ghana or ambassador of African Union tourism for African Union. How about that? We can have a petition for you. We can do petition for you and make you an ambassador of tourism for Africa.
I don't
do
listen,
it. People,
okay.
hey,
So I don't
let me do
really.
it.
I know there's so many people who are saying they want to do petition for that, but basically, I just love what I do, and I just don't want any title to make me feel like this kind of thing. But I'm just doing what I love, and like I said, this has been my purpose, and it's just like I was just trying a way to find my purpose, and I'm so glad that I finally found it. So it's not like I don't need any title of validation to tell me what I need to do. But like I said, brother, this is something that I've always wanted to do. So I'm just happy being what I'm doing right now. So I don't really want, because Africa corruption is, even when they start giving you, you can't do what you're doing right now. So I just don't need that. I just want to stay, do my thing, and then just preach my message.
I respect you so much. I respect you so much for what you do for Africa, and I was just encourage you.
Yeah, we definitely.
All right.
Yeah. I appreciate your time, man.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, good. Yeah, Malaika, I hope I mentioned your name right.
All right,
yeah.
But you want to say something first or no?
What?
Because I just want to say thank you, for having me on. You're a great dude. I'm gonna keep watching videos. It is what it is. Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm gonna get on the email and I'm gonna respond to you.
I'll be waiting for your email, and make sure you get your passport. We're gonna make it happen. You're gonna be the first guy who sponsor. This is something I really want to do. I want you to be the first guy since you're 18. I want you to visit Africa as soon as possible. So get ready for me. Get your passport. Let me know which day you want to travel, and we're gonna fly you from the United States to Ghana. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. I'll be waiting for your email. Thank you. All right. So I have my last set. In here, but hey, don't forget to like the video. If you just joined the stream, don't forget to like the video. And I've seen so many people giving me super chat. Sorry for not giving you guys a shout out. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to each and everyone who have donated in here. I appreciate you for supporting the show. I appreciate each and everyone in here watching me right now. It means a lot to me. I've seen we got over 1,700 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like the video. If you haven't liked the video, please do so and like the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now I have my next set space. This set is gonna be a huge set. Okay. All right. 1, nice. 2, 3. Joy. Hey, how can your name be Mavis and then the guy showing? Thank you. Okay. All right. Jamel is back. Yeah. Okay, Jamel is still back. Yeah. All right.
I just wanted to end off from the last panel and just thank you for having me. Thank you for the platform, and I resent the email for the invitation to be on the Distant Relative show because I really want to interview you and just have a more one-on-one dialogue. So I resent the email. I hope your people check it.
Send the email and I'll be on your show. Send the email.
All right.
Okay,
I appreciate it. I love you guys. Love you all. Peace.
Thank you. All right. Okay. All right, now I got my last set. Oh, sorry, 1 minute. So I got my last set in here. So let's make this happen.
Oh,
Well, I just want to know. Okay, let me make sure everyone is on silent. So this is my last set. Okay. So I just want to know who wants to speak first. You just have to raise your hand, and then I will unmute the microphone. Hey, everyone is raising up. Okay. So according to who first come first serve. So I got Gina here. Please, you know, it's 1 o'clock. Hey, 1:11. Yeah. Let's end the show by 1:30. So please make it like quick for us. So that, yeah. Thank you. Gina, you live. Okay, Gina, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Hello. Gina, your mic is off.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah,
I want to thank you for bringing me on, and I want to tell you that that was like such the boss move that you just made. You're about to give that boy an experience of a lifetime. Very, 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 very exciting. What? Wodamaya. I don't even know where to start. No, you don't understand. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. I was going to come on here and talk about something, and I may still talk about it. Matter of fact, I will talk about it. I was watching a YouTube video earlier, and an Ethiopian sister brought up the fact that, you know, I don't know how I feel about the diaspora coming back home because I don't want it to affect the culture. And I went and I did this YouTube video and I uploaded it. Very frustrated. Like, okay, you know, Africa has so many different tribes, so many different cultures. What's the difference if 1 or 2 or 3 more cultures come in? We're coming home. It's our birthright. I'm really excited about that. I want to believe that the brothers and sisters on the continent are just as excited as we are. We're all afraid. We're afraid on this end in the diaspora. And I know you guys are a little bit uncomfortable too, because they've been feeding us all negativity about ourselves for a very, very, very long time. I mean, I'm Haitian American. I'm African Haitian American. And I'm going to tell you, for a very long time, I mean, you know, when you're raised in a Haitian household, you're told, stay away from those African Americans. You know, don't connect with those folks. Those folks will get you into trouble. Stay away from them Africans. They about that, you know, hustle. They got all kinds of schemes going on. We were all separated based on some, you know, whatever byword that they set up for. So we need to get out of that. We need to stop being afraid, and we need to take that leap. It's going to be the most important thing that we do as a people, because, you know, like you said earlier, it's not white supremacy, it's Black leniency. We sit there and we are so divided that everybody else is taking what belongs to us. But once we connect, once we bridge that gap, once we take ownership of the fact that we are one people, and the things that divide us, the things that disconnect us, very little. We're the same people. We have the same flavor. We have the same type of spirit. If you could just let go of some of the little things and the stuff that you were told or not told or taught or not taught, you would see how we are the same. The same way they look at us and they only see one thing, we need to look at each other and basically love each other from that one thing. When they see us, just like that brother said earlier, that sister said earlier, they see a Black person. They see the skin. This is it, y'all. This is all we should see. And it should be more than enough to open our arms and welcome each other. We want to come home, but a lot of us are afraid, you know, and some of us, you know, we're afraid to stay here and we're afraid to go back. And that's the reality of it. And what needs to happen is there should be no more doubt, because if we don't come together as a people, if we don't bridge the gap between Africa and the diaspora, our children's children is going to pay. Just like the divide before, it's going to happen again. And there's no more time to play. We have a very serious thing happening here. The ancestors are involved. We are being awakened for a reason. For many years, a lot of us didn't care. We didn't care if you were Haitian, you stuck in your little Haitian team. If you was Jamaican, I'm Jamaican. If you was African American, I'm African American. And Africans went to their camp. And every now and then we would intermingle. But now there's an awakening happening, and it's happening all over the world. So it's not normal. It's a spiritual thing. Do not walk away from this table. That's all I can say is, please. You know, we're gonna take these layers apart. We're gonna fight here. We could talk about it here. You could walk away, but come back. We're gonna deal with this until we come to terms that we have to come together as one people. Everything else is back burner. One people, so we could stop letting everyone else take what belongs to us. That's all I wanted to say, Wada Maya. I love you. I love everybody. You know,
Jira, thank you so much for that powerful speech. I
just want us to be one. I'm ready to go home, and I don't want to worry about how my brothers and sisters on the continent is going to see me, or how they're going to treat me, or if I'm going to have to move back home because things are going to be so messed up. I want to go home, and I want to believe that the people that are home is going to accept us. That's my thing.
And we are also patiently waiting for you to come back home. So I mean, we are here waiting for you. So,
anybody that want to give me some free land, I'll take it.
Definitely, I know they will reach out.
I don't need no ticket, Wada Maya. I'll just take land.
Somebody said, "Chef, Wada Maya, is she single?" Hey, you people. All right, sister. Thank you so much, and let me pick my next guest. Thank you. Okay. Who do I have in here now? Hello. Okay, let's. Okay, hold on. Please, just give me a minute. Daddy, please, can I make? Let me talk a little bit. Hold on. Joy, just hold on for me. Just a minute. Just hold on for me. Your name is Mavis. How can your name be Mavis, sir? Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hi. Oh my God, no, what happened? Hello? Oh my God. Hello? Okay, I think I lost him. Let's go for. Okay. Hello, Joy. Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Maya, for creating this platform for us to begin to have these conversations. Very important conversations. A lot have been uncovered about the plight and us going home, and there's a lot to uncover. I'm going to be pretty radical about what I'm going to say because, yes, bridging the gaps is very important. I'm engaged to a Sierra Leonean, and we're definitely making our trek from north to south. And I do want to share some things because I think it's important for not only because people are coming here despite how messed up it is, and despite all of the racism and systemic racism, people are still coming. Africans are still coming. And they've made it very difficult for us to get to you. Airline prices are extremely expensive. And I applaud you for helping that young man discover, a part of himself by taking care of his trip to Africa. But I want to point out some things about America and the history that they've not shared with any of us. Over time, and in my mom's life and my grandmother's life, they've made it a point, and sometimes it's people that look like us that are a part of this decision to decide what we're called and who we are. And it's without question, it's broadcasted in America and around the world. So, we've been called Negro, we've been colored, we've been called Black, and then African American. And all of these titles, all of these labels, and this box that they created for us have taken us away from this land that our forefathers helped build. They've taken our privilege away from us. And there's something about the Black American that gets the feathers ruffled about, white people and of course they've done their damage around the world. But here in America, the land of opportunity, they focused and targeted us for generations. And now we are forced now to set our sights outside of America. And who've had generals and sergeants and pilots who fought in their wars and fought for a country that did not love them or have a place for them because they have deep roots here. And the unfortunate part is that in our history, it only goes back to slavery. And that's because the winner takes the spoils and write the history. And the truth of the matter is that we were already here. The Native Americans, they're Moors, we're Moors. We were already here. When they formed the 13 colonies, we were already here. And so you can check this for sure. Do your research by checking out the exotic map. You can find it if you Google search it, and you'll find all of these names by Moors that own these cities throughout America, and they still exist. And one example is Utah, which we call Utah. Well, the city Boaz still exists in Utah. Another example is in Alhambra, California. The high school mascot is the Alhambra Moors. We were already here. And throughout all of these titles and all of these labels, they've taken our focus off of America and put us into Africa, a place where 90% of us has not even visited, much less has born there. Now, we know the planet is all melanated people, carbon-based, beautiful melanated people all over the planet. And we know that that's an origin. But in my mind, and in a lot of people who think like I do, it's like, okay, we can go there and claim our roots, yes, but we have them here, and I refuse to let them take that away from us because I have family members who died to build this country. And so the truth of the matter is they've created those labels on the census applications. You'll see Black and you'll see white, and then you'll see a list of nationalities. These nationalities are all people from other countries. You're Italian, you're Italian from Italy, you're Japanese you're Ghanaian from Ghana. I mean, all of these nationalities have a specific connection to a place. But if they keep changing who we are and telling us what we are, all of these brands, all of these labels have taken us away from America. And we do not exist on paper because we're not attached to any landmass, none whatsoever. And then there's Black and there's white on the census applications, and those are statuses. They are not a reference to a nationality. As a matter of fact, Black is not a nationality, but we've claimed it. We're Black and we're proud. James Brown sang about it, and we've created a steez behind that, one of which the world emulates. So I'm saying that while we're bridging this gap between Americans and African Americans, let's also consider, because you're here, while you're here in America, my brothers and sisters from Africa, I'm saying hello to you. I want to hug you because I know you're here to make a life better for us. But they've stopped us here in America from being able to do that. They've given visas and EB-4 and 5 programs to come over here, establish businesses in the Black neighborhoods, all so that we can't claim this land that we own. This is our land too. So I'm saying that while we're bridging this gap, let's go. We can go to Africa and feel the love. As soon as you get off the plane, the warm air, the smell, everything is just so inviting, and it speaks to our DNA. But when you come here, my brothers and sisters from Africa, love us because we're victimized by years and generations of organizations, secret societies, all of them coming together to make sure that we don't claim nothing in this land. So I just wanted to say that it has to go both ways. I'm about to marry a Sierra Leonean, and so I understand that there's a culture difference, but we're willing to mesh. We're willing to mix it up with you because our blood runs deep. So I'm just saying the gates are open on both ends of the spectrum. I love you there, and I love you here as well.
Thank you.
That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. Thank you. I have maybe this is back. Hi.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but Daddy, why are you calling yourself Mavis?
So it's my wife's phone.
Okay.
She comes from the same place as you in Secondary area. So every
Okay.
time she's been watching your program, she introduced me to your channel, and I've been a fan of you in behind the screen. But when this program is going on, she invited me to come and join and speak a little bit. That's why I'm.
All right.
Okay. So I just want to make a little contribution, not too much, but very. The problem of whether it's Black people or Africans, African American, whatever label they put us through, our major problem, like many of us have said on this program, is knowing our history. Now, without knowing our history, then we do not even know who we are. Now, I heard on your program that some others were saying we don't know our history, they didn't teach us. Hello? Some of us do. I do know. Maybe others may not know, but it is the duty of every, whether it's African, African American, Black, to know your history. Without your history, you are lost. When we as a people, we are lost. So it is the duty of every one of us to study our history. What happened? Now, I'm going to make just a big prophetic comment here. Israel were enslaved in Egypt, an African country, for over 400 years. And when 400 years came up, I don't want to go into picking up the pieces of the Bible. They needed to return to their promised land. It took them an extra 30 years to accomplish that. Now, we as Black people and as Africans, this is our generation. 400 years of slavery just went away last year. I am looking at it as the first year after the 400 years is this year coming up and next. Within 30 years or so, it is the responsibility of every Black person, every African, whether African American or whatever, it is your duty to return to your promised land, which is Africa. And it is your also duty to read and know who you are from the history books. Now, there is another notion which has also enslaved us mentally. Physically, yeah, but mentally we are still enslaved. Economically, we are tied up. That is what is going on right now. And if you listen to the narrative of African Americans, those of us who have come from places in Africa to immigrate here and work and live here and do whatever, if you listen to our narrative, you will see that the whole slavery concept is all about economics. Who is up, who is down. Slaves were sold. It's all about economics. The discrimination we see against minorities, especially Africans or Blacks, it's all about the economics to keep us low. Now, we have been taught in a certain way and brainwashed mentally to accept that everything is about government. The government would do this, the government would do that. That is part of the device of enslaving us mentally. Okay? If we take it upon ourselves to do something meaningfully without relying so much on the government or the bureaucracy, I think we'll be better off. And I've watched your show. I've seen just yesterday there was a hospital that was built there somewhere in Accra. You were introducing, you go to Senegal, assault and all that, and I'm watching your show. But if we depend solely on the government, we will remain the same. We need to liberate ourselves mentally, thinking that the government can do everything. Hello, for over 400 years, they did not, including those of us in Africa, believing that this government, this party would do this, would do that. Look, they put in a small policy and people take advantage of it. But it's left to the citizens to take our own destiny, our life in our hands, do something meaningful with our hands. The entrepreneurial spirit and videos you are showing on your channel, Maya, I'm telling you, it's amazing. These are some of the changes that are coming, and I'm hoping that as we begin to embrace this kind of ideology, our mentality will begin to unwind, also to speak, to be refined and gain some of the freedom we need. We need good economics, because the whole discrimination and slavery is all about economics. If we were to go into history, you will see that people fought to acquire land. And I heard someone saying, I want free land. Hello, they fought for it. People defended it, okay? And we had so many empires in Africa. The Songhai Empire, the Mali Empire, the Ghana Empire. Why did Egypt, of all, the civilization and creator of the alphabet, the learning, where is Egypt today? Because we have become so dependent on the mental slavery and what is being ingrained into us. We need to unwind that and know that we do not have to depend so much on these bureaucracies and Western nations and loans. And the government will do it, but the individual, as we are talking and trying to put something together, this individual idea of entrepreneur, let me do something. You don't wait for the government to do this. Take advantage of the opportunities make available, whether it's in America or in Africa, anywhere, and do something and try to employ certain people who are also disadvantaged so that we can move forward as a people. Because that's where the division is coming from. The division is about economics. Economics is about racism, the disrespect, discrimination that we have in this country. It's all about economics. It's all about slavery. And until we learn how to be self-reliant, we remain the same. And I'll end with this. China, when they started their revolution with Chairman Mao, people said they were going crazy. When the Chinese, during my days when I was in secondary school back in Ghana, when you even wear Chinese kambu or shoe, they laugh at you because they look at it as inferior. The British, especially European, British and the French, they mock at you, shoddy technology. The Chinese didn't give up. They stuck with it. They started just from agriculture, started developing simple tools and machines through agriculture. They did their IT education, more education, and eventually the Chinese stuck with it and begin to reform. Today, if you say it's communist China, they are still the second largest economy in the world, trying to push America down to become the first economy in the world. So we as a people need to come together like everyone is saying, but to take advantage and return to our promised land somehow, whether to stay there or to visit, do something meaningful, because the whole division and the fighting, it's all about the economics, and it's a system that has been ingrained through our educational system. We need to unwind that. And I will end.
Thank you so much. Daddy, you didn't mention your name though.
Well, my real name is Dr. James Neeser. And my wife put me here. And now I'm tracking you, and I'll be tracking you. And someday when this whole corona mess is done, when I come to Ghana, I'll find you. Because my mother-in-law is in 2nd D, and I'll find you. Goodbye to everyone, and keep the faith. Black people, African American, your time of liberation after 400 years of slavery is now. It's time to return to your promised land. Africa needs all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you.
It's time for all of us in general.
Okay. So I have. Hey, today is gonna be. I thought 30 minutes. It's already 30 minutes. Is already done. Okay. Who do I have in here? I have Daddy.
Ooh, I could make one quick comment.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Daddy. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. Hey, listen, the first thing I wanted to do, I have to admit that I am very emotional tonight after listening to almost a good 2 hours of content. I want to thank you for starting this dialogue. And the reason why I'm emotional, because I'm 49 years old, and there was a lot that I did not know. There was a lot that I learned tonight. And unfortunately, I let other people, as I was growing up from a child to an adult, dictate what I thought about Africans, because I myself personally never had a bad experience with an African here in the United States, but I heard stories from other people, and I kind of let myself believe those stories and venture off with those stories. Tonight definitely elevated my mind. It definitely liberated me to a much higher level. I want to thank you for doing this evening. As I said before, I really, truly learned a lot. My heart just totally opened up tonight in regards to this. So I want to thank everyone that spoke tonight. Maya, I would definitely want to thank you for doing this. This was, I can't even put into words what I feel in my heart right now. I have in the past have always wanted and had questions on what of my ancestors did I need to know, but I never took the time out to go figure it out on my own. As of tonight and going forward, I'm going to do just that. I wanted to leave my email with everyone who was on the panel and anybody who's in the chat that has that knowledge, because I seek that knowledge as of tonight more furiously than probably I ever have in my life. And again, I'm 49, almost 50 years old. So if it's okay with you, Maya, I just wanted to put my email address out there, and anybody and everybody could definitely reach out to me. I would really
that's okay.
that.
I can send it to the private chat so that I'll be able to put it on the screen so that people can.
All right, great. So I'll try to type it in the chat, and then I'll spell it out.
Like from private chat, yeah.
So I don't know if you'll see what I type.
Private chat, I'll see it.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
So again, I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to really, truly thank you. Again, my heart is filled with such joy this evening after listening to everyone. This was just absolutely amazing. Okay, so there goes my email address. Please, everyone who was on the panel tonight, anybody who is who actually physically lives in Africa right now or is African and lives in America, I seek knowledge. And I'm a sponge when it comes to knowledge. So I really look forward to receiving emails from anyone that is more than happy to share that knowledge with me. So again, Maya, I want to thank you. I won't take up too much time. Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing more conversations like this take place. I'm definitely going to be looking at all of your videos that you've posted after seeing this. I know that I'm going to learn a lot. So thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think there are two people that are Tina. Okay, Tina. Oh, okay. Tina next. Oh, did I remove you? Oh, sorry. Hello, Tina.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Alrighty. I just want to say thank you so much, Maya, for everything you're doing. It's just so legendary, and you don't even know how like powerful you are right now. And I really appreciate that because it's helping others to awaken their greatness as well for all of us to rise up to our true potential. I just want to talk to the family and say that this live that we're having right now is not by coincidence. It is strategically planned by the ancestors, by the Most High, to awaken all of those that right now are awakened and the ones that are going to listen to this and be awoken. And I feel like because we are getting such a strong pulling from the Most High, we need to take this very seriously, because the Most High is telling us, really, in like right in front of our face, move on your gift, move on what I told you to do, and I'm going to cover you. And I feel like because of that, we need to really come together and become a force and move to what we need to do. I heard a lot of us talk about the fact that our colors are not important, and that's true. We're so busy worrying about, oh, you're Nigerian, I'm Ghanaian, I'm from Congo, and at the end of the day, the enemy looks at us all like we're black. He doesn't look at us like, let me put a little bit of poison, less poison in this person because they're from Congo, and put a lot because they're putting poison in all of us. Period. At the end of the day, you're black, and they're trying to eradicate you. So I feel like at the end of the day, we do not need to look at one another like, oh, you're this and you're that. We're all one, and we all need to focus on one agenda. When other races come together to fulfill an assignment, they don't say, oh, you're Chinese, I can't be with you, I'm white. They look at the mission, and they say at the end of the day, the mission is what is there, and that's what we're going to focus on. Regardless of if tomorrow you piss me off, we have a mission, and let's move forward towards the mission only. And I feel like that is what we need to think about right now. We need to go within ourselves. This is each one, including myself. We all need to go within ourselves and say, what issues do we have that's preventing us from loving the next brother and sister? Because we like to point the finger and say, it's you, or it's they don't like one another, or they're fighting. But sometimes we get off this live and we're fighting with family. So what about in your own household? What are you doing in your own household to make sure that you guys are together so that at the end of the day, they can't infiltrate your household? Because if we make sure they can't infiltrate our household and we all do that, then now we're in unity. Now they can't just be coming and attacking one another and we're all falling left and right. We're all making sure our household is strong, number one, before we worry about anybody else. And I think that that's the same thing that we need to implement. I love what Future and Power said from the Lindblade family. Shout out to them about how whenever we have problems in the African community, how we always broadcast it. And that's a problem because we're letting our enemies know exactly where we're weak. And that's a problem. When we have issues, we need to learn how to go to that person and solve it. Go to them and say, why can't we get automatic citizenship? What exactly is preventing us from that? Is it the government? Is it our behavior? Is it what exactly is it? And deal with it rather than to go on there and say, oh, they don't want us there, let's just forget them. We need to figure out what exactly is the problem, go to our brothers and sisters gently and say, how can we fix this issue? I feel like we're not realizing that the damage that has been done to us is so deep. Sometimes we talk about slavery like it's just some thing that they just thought about in the last year. You have to really strategically plan how you can get this whole continent to be confused, this whole world to be confused. That's some real serious planning right there. That's not just any regular planning. They have sat down and figured out what are the things they like, what are the things they don't like, what are the things they're prone to. When we do this to them, how are they going to? They have been testing us for a long time. So they know us. Unfortunately, they know some of us better than we know ourselves. And this is exactly why we need to come together. People that have history classes, people that have found articles about our ancestors and things like that. We need to come now and say, hey, the problem is that we don't have connection. Because even if someone was to find an article like that, where would he go? He's probably just going to hold it within his own household because he's like, if I put this on the news, they'll probably try to slit my throat. But we need to have avenues, brothers and sisters networks, that we can say, hey, I found some articles. Can I come on your live, on your show, and can we talk about it so the whole family knows about it? Can we spread this around so the rest of the channels can talk about it so that we're all on one accord? It shouldn't just be one YouTuber that's talking about something that's going on great in the Black community and the rest are talking about twerking videos. That's the problem. We're not in unity. I think because we do not follow our inner spirit, that is the reason why we're not winning. We have been taught to not follow that instinct that when we're driving, it says turn left. And that's the reason why we're not where we need to be. Because that same instinct will say, write that business plan. That same instinct will tell you, you know what, save your money, don't go buy that Jordan and invest into that barbershop. But we say, no, we follow that weak side of us, that side that they programmed us to be, to say, no, I can't do it. I just need to be in the 9-to-5 job that I can't get no further. But is it not Walter Maya that followed that inner instinct that made him to be where he is right now? So we need to follow our inner instinct. We need to follow our inner instinct. God that's speaking to us on the inside to say, I know you may not feel like you have all the money right now, but move to Africa. I know you may not feel like you know this is a great idea, but just pack your stuff and go. We have to follow that inner instinct and believe that we are powerful. We built those pyramids. We built it. Not just my side, not just your side. We built this stuff. So we are golden. We are royalty. We are the highest of the high. And I'm not saying that to say other races are not great, but this is not about them. I'm tired of us always trying to include other people into our race. This is damn our time as Black people. You can come and we can come and network with you later after we built our foundation. We're so worried about bringing other races into our stuff when we don't have our stuff together. How are you going to bring other people into what we have going on when we can't even trust the brother next to us? Then as soon as the white person says, here, I'll give you $1 million, we're ready to slit our brother's necks for it. That's a sickness. We can't even move because money is driving you. You can't even reach out to another YouTuber to get on her channel because you're worried about your subscribers being lost. It's not about you. It's about us coming together and ruling and being where we need to be. You know what really sickened me was when I watched that Wakanda video, and at the end, it was just like, they always like to always strategically put a white person in there that he helped save everybody, and that if he wasn't there shooting out those aircraft, we would have not have been where we are. No, we would have been there before you. We would have been there without you because we're bosses. And I'm sick and tired of every single year, they always have to come out with a slavery video just to make sure we stay in our place. We're bigger than that. We're bigger than slavery. And it's really sick that at this time, as we're seeing that they have put our men in prison, they have made it to where in the United States, our men can't be peaceful. They have us thinking, our men thinking from their groin night and day to where they can't even manifest. Sex everywhere, left and right. And we're sitting there working that 9 to 5. Our children are there watching it, and then they're being programmed. That's why we have to come up with classes where we say, okay, you know what? Everybody's in this city. Let's say everybody in the city, let's come together and let's get a little daycare together. Or at someone's house here, let's have all our children go there instead of school. And then let's put a curriculum together. Let's reach out to the YouTube channel that's talking about Black history, and let's ask them if they can bring something together for our children. We need to come together right now because time is ticking. We don't have to worry about what that government is doing. If we rise up within our own selves and we connect with one another, it wouldn't matter about what the government did because we will be the majority. At the end of the day, if we say we're going here or we're going to do this, who are you to tell us when we're the majority, when we're all on one accord? I also want to say about how I had to write some notes because there's so many like great people that came on and talked about so many different things. And I really feel like when we talk about these things and you say what's next is that we connect. What's next is that YouTubers connect with people in other continents and bring the awareness to them and say, hey, this is that person from Tanzania. Hey, this is from what's going on in America. Connect. People that have businesses, connect with people who are over here. People who are over there and they touch ground. Use that skill now since you're on ground now, the very issues you had in getting to that continent, now solve that problem and create a platform for people to come to you now, to come to get Airbnb services, to come to get knowledge from you, to come to everybody that has come to the continent, from Eat, Love, Migrate, Blackberry Juice, Limblick family, every Ashanti Queen, Ghana Girl, all of them, I get golden nuggets from them. Some may talk about spirituality, like Blackberry Beauty. We'll talk about spirituality on a level that she'll talk about why do we accept toxic masculinity. Talk about topics that you will not hear on Fox News. You will not hear on BBC, CNN, because they don't want you to be awakened. They don't want us to stop putting our petty differences aside as women and rise up and take care of our men and back our men up. They don't want our men to stop worrying about big booties and all this stuff and to worry about how can I build a generational wealth. How can I make sure I own this land and the rest of my boys own the land on the rest of the street so that we own the whole street? They don't want you to think on that level, because then it will really become a Wakanda. That's why they want that story to end just where it's at, and then let it to be the people die off to where like, oh, there's no hope. There is hope, and it comes as simple as us coming together. As simple as us saying, okay, you know what? Wode Maya is going out now, and he's going to tour different places in Africa. Now, YouTubers, go behind him. Go behind them when they go to different places and they discover it and they bring it to the platform for all of us to see. Bring it and say, hey, he went over there. Let's go over there and see what's going on there. Are there Black people there? Do they need help? Bring awareness to where everywhere else knows. Hey, we found this place, you guys. That's just so sweet just to think about that. What am I going to a place in South Africa that we don't know about and say, hey, do you know that this is going on with orphanage children? And hey, do you know that they're doing what? And we're like, what? What's going on? We're sending our troops over there. We come over there with resources. We come over there with money. We come over there with buying land, and we save our people. And we move just like that. And I feel like I just feel so empowered by this live, because the enemy, the matrix, will try to make you feel like you can't get out. If they don't open that border, there's just no hope. That we're just gonna have to stay here and get chipped. We're just gonna have to fight. No, we're gonna call on the ancestors and we're gonna cause havoc here. That's what we're gonna do. To where you're not even gonna get anything done, because the ancestors are stopping everything. The whole earth is stopping because you're gonna move and you're gonna be with us, or you're gonna be slaughtered. Period. And I feel like it is so important, you guys, that after this live, you don't let this light die, but you now seek, you now spend time in the morning talking to the Most High. Get off Instagram, Facebook all the time, and spend time with the Most High so he can download something into you. So he can tell you that there's more than this matrix. So he can awaken you so you can say, hey, you know what? There is something in Africa. Everybody may not come to Africa, but that's okay. We're going to have a spot for you for when you want to come and visit our own people. And those people who are tired of what's going on, we can come and build our own land. Every other race comes to America, comes to the United States, the United States, all these places, but they go back home to build. It's okay. I don't really mind us traveling. That's okay. If people want to travel to Europe or whatever, but just make sure you build in Africa. Just make sure you put your money in an African bank. That's okay that you want to travel. Matter of fact, please travel so we can know what's going on with our people. Be a detective while you go. Have your fun, but if you see something going on with our community, be sure you broadcast that stuff so we can come out and raise havoc for people who are treating our people wrong. And come back home and build. Come back home and live good. Just like they travel to our place, we could travel to your place, but at the end of the day, our place is home. At the end of the place, you're not treating our children badly. You're not sending us bad rice, fake rice, because we're building our own. We have our own agriculture. We have our own resorts. And I feel like before we start traveling to Europe, let's travel all of Africa. Let's figure out what's in Africa first before we start going to every other country, because they have made sure that their place is secure before they go out and do anything else. So it's very important that we rise up, we be who we're supposed to be, and we really believe that we're powerful and know that we are. We are so powerful. Just one. Wode Maya is just one person, you guys. One person. Imagine all the 500,000 people that he has on his show. Imagine if there was 500,000 warriors. Woo, that's powerful right there. You ain't touching a damn thing in our country. Nope. So I just wanted to say that, I just wanted to say that real quick. I'm sorry if I took too long. I just really want to tell the family how I'm feeling, and just to know that this is really divine, and to not let this moment pass, but to really
loved every moment. I loved every moment.
And thank you so much. And I just really love you, family. I love our melanin. I love everything about us. We're the best, man. We're the best. And I don't say that to poop on anybody else's race, but our melanin's the best. Africa is the best. We the best, for real. And that's where it's at.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, hello. Is it also? Hello.
Yeah, Ongs. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, my name is Ongs. Yeah, that's my nickname. My name is Onkabetse Moloko. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said my that's Ongs is my nickname. So my full name is Onkabetse Moloko. So I'm from Botswana, right? First of all, I'd like to start. Yeah, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to Wodamaya. Yo, man, you are like, we used to see Africa, right, on TV. We'll see kids in famine like situations, and we were always complaining, why are they portraying Africa in this manner? And being from Africa and being in Africa right now and seeing you going out and showing Africa to everyone else that, yo, Africa is not just a desert. It's not like poverty stricken, like to a point where like every picture in all these TVs, all these broadcasters, all they're putting out is like all the pictures that they're putting out is famine instead of what the real situation is. And I'm thankful for you doing that. And the next thing I want to touch on, I would like to say to Africans in Africa, right? The Black Lives movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, right? For it to reach its goal, it has to start from Africa. It has to, like, the roots in Africa here, it has to be stronger here, because this is where most Black people are. Like, numbers do matter. Numbers do matter. If we start supporting people in Zimbabwe when they're having problems, Zimbabwean lives matter. It enriches the Black Lives Matter movement. And this, like, when American Black people say, yo, Black Lives Matter, like it puts a bigger stamp on it. And next up, I'd like to talk about yeah, man, being an African in Africa, right? Being an African in Africa, like, it's like right now, you guys can just see, like, right now what Amaya is broadcasting from Africa. Definitely lack of resources. Like, it's like, if they say there's lack of resources, it's a lie. If they say like there's any, like, you come to Africa, everything that's in America is here in Africa. Basically, that's what I'm trying. Like, that's the point. The other thing is, yeah, the thing with Africa, right, is like, in Africa, African history, we don't get to learn about African history, about Black American history, because most Africans don't speak in English, and all our history is written in English. And you get into a situation where people don't understand, even like kids in class, when they're being taught in English, they don't understand they don't understand English. First of all, you have to learn English, then you have to then start understanding what, like, every book, everything that's trying to get to you is being there. And even like with that, the case being that they still, again, they don't give us all the information. They limit what we need because they are trying to control us, right? And when it comes to like people like European countries, Chinese coming into Africa, trying to control, trying to enslave and stuff like that, they use tactics like education, because they know, like, okay, we're gonna oh man, excuse me. What was I saying? I forgot. Okay, I was saying Chinese and European countries, they come into Africa and use tactics to take over our own land over here. Like, you wouldn't believe, like, that places in Africa that you can't even enter as an African, because it's American land, or it's European land, or it's British, or it's Chinese, because they came here and they conquered. And that's why, like, even Africans, it's hard sometimes for us to even own our own land. That's a point, like, I'm referencing to, like, the lady was speaking earlier, who was saying, like, there's land, like, if she wants, like, free land, like, it's hard for us to get land, and we're from here. And yeah, man. Next up, I would like to talk about what? Let me see. I'll read it down. I guess I touched on all the things. Okay, yeah, and I'd like to say, thank you to Wode Maya for, like, I didn't know too that like the 6th region of Africa was Africans in the diaspora, and thank you for that, man. Yeah,
I just want to say thank you so much for being here.
Yep.
And a big shout out to everyone in Botswana. Please, I will be coming there very soon. So make sure you wait for us. Maybe you might even take us around. Are you in Botswana right now?
I am in Botswana right now.
States in Botswana, and you are still awake. Oh wow.
I was dog, when I saw the alert of you doing this, I was like, God, I gotta be on here.
Yeah, I know, right? That's awesome. That's awesome. We'll definitely link up when I get to Botswana. Thank you so much for being here. I know that I think everybody in here spoke to me. Hey, it's 2 o'clock, please do me a favor. It's 2 o'clock. I need to, like, go to bed because tomorrow morning we still have a shoot. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much to each and everyone who made this show possible. Gina,
yeah, man, thank you to you too, bro.
Oh, do I have, hold on. Hello.
Hi.
And yeah, we love everyone in America. We love all the black people.
Hi.
America, yeah.
Hi. Okay, hi. Yes, Wode Maya? I've
Hello.
been on your channel. Hello. Can
Yeah,
you
I
all
can
hear
hear-
me?
I can hear you.
Okay, great. I've been on your channel since you uploaded the video about the mixed race people in Africa. And I made some quick notes. Everybody's experience is different. I was pretty shocked by the comment section there. And I actually was one of the people that suggested you delete the video because I grew up in a family that didn't practice prejudice, racism. I didn't have any negative thoughts about white people, didn't have any negative thoughts about Africans. I went to the University of Miami. I was dating an African prince when I was at the University of Miami. And then I didn't understand the difference of the problem between Africans and African Americans until I started working in healthcare. Let me tell you, the healthcare system is designed to exclude. If we have a relationship with the African, the checklist will ask if you've had a relationship with an African, or if you've been to Africa, you're excluded from a lot of tests. So everybody that's listening, you all need to look it up. Look up the screening test for the American Red Cross. Look up the screening test for plasma donation centers. Look up the screening checklist for, that excludes if you've had sex with an African or if you've been to Africa. So that had a psychological impact on me. And I could not get past it for a long time because I felt being a healthcare provider, if I had a relationship with an African, then I'm going to be excluded if I'm ever needed for like blood donation or organ donation or whatever. Like, if I need to donate an organ for a family member, a kidney or whatever. And so you all have to understand there's nonverbal intent to divide Black Americans who are African Americans from Africa. And it's not our fault. And one of the things, because I don't want to take up too much time because I'm not talkative really. The other thing I want to point out is the fact that when people come here, like I moved from Florida to Atlanta. And when I moved from Florida to Atlanta, I had to redirect myself and assimilate myself to the culture. I couldn't bring my South Florida ways to Atlanta because it wouldn't have worked for me. Atlanta people have a way of kicking us out of here back to Florida when we do not align with the culture. So it is disrespectful to go into anybody's house and come with preconceived notions, prejudices, racisms, any form of negativity to go into somebody's house. You're actually asking for problems. So whoever's had a bad problem or a bad experience here in America, it's probably because of the way you came here. And we know for a fact, like Shay TBD said, they teach a lot of Africans to not friend Black Americans. It is a fact. And I'm grown. I'm in my 40s. So I was married to a Nigerian. So first of all, there's no way I could have any prejudice towards Africans. And he's Yoruba. And I'm a descendant of one of the tribes of Limba, Igbo. I'm not Bantu though. I know that for a fact. So, you know, we need to all come together. I didn't want the trolls in the comment section seeing how divided we are, because it's been intentional to divide us. So, you know, I think I've covered everything. I want somebody else to get a chance to talk. Yeah, so that was basically it. I don't know anything about this hate. Like, please, people, get over it. I look at Wodamaya's channel, Miss Trudy, I look at African YouTubers' channel to make myself feel better. I'm distressed being here. Distressed. And usually YouTube, they'll delete my comments when I express that in comment section. And I'm surprised I'm still talking because they troll my channel and they troll me in my comments. So please, like, we have to work on unity. And again, with the calculation of the 400 years, yes, last year was the year of return, but 400 years just ended in August, last month. Because you have to count, you can't count 1 year. You have to count it from 1619 to 1620 is 1 year. So from 1619 to 2020 is full 400 years. Whoever reads the scriptures, 4 or 5 books, you would know why we were sent here, because we were in sin, gross sin. And Africa is all of, from what they call the Middle East down to South Africa. All of that is Africa, all of it. So we're all Africans, basically, that are over here in America. We are mixed up with a lot of stuff. And the scriptures talks about all of it. So if you want to know who we are, read Deuteronomy, the book of Deuteronomy, look at Acts 7 and 6. We're the people that were sent into captivity for 400 years, and we're going to be restored to our land. And it is a spirit. Wodamaya got it. A lot of YouTubers have it. We are going to return no matter what. Just like that first Exodus, when the Most High parted the Red Sea for us, we're going to be sent back the same way we were sent out the first time. And it's not going to be pretty, but we're coming back. And we're going to come out with great substance. Genesis 15, 13, and 14. Yes, we studied the word and we know why we were sent here. So we're over it. That's an old stale narrative. All of these negative terms, calling each other. People, we need to grow up, and we are one. We are one. And I know for a fact that I descend from Ghana because I've known for decades, actually. So in my passport, when I first got it, it was for me to go to Africa. So I never had a European mindset and European dreams. Everything about me has always been Black. And I didn't grow up with any racism in my family. My parents been married almost 50 years. So all these negative perceptions, please, people, like, we need to be open-minded and receive each other. And when I was married to the Nigerian, we made an agreement that we will respect each other's culture. And we got along great. The only thing he didn't like was that I was a little too independent. And that's not my fault. That's the way they designed it here in America. So thanks for listening. I love you, Wodamaya.
Thank you.
True Maya gang.
All right. Do I still have hey, 2 more people? Okay. Zexel. Okay, you mean okay? So.
Hello. Hello.
Zexel, I was waiting for you. You didn't pick it up. Hold on for me. Hello. Oh no. Hold on. I didn't stick. Okay. Hi.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm just here
Yeah.
like super.
Today.
Yeah, I'm live. I just want to be super quick. I know that you've been here forever. Say hello.
Hi. Hi.
And so, yeah. So, you know, come in. So our thing is, I just want to say, you know, everyone's on here saying, hey guys, we're this, we're united, we're that. The fact of the matter is, you know, when we all are our best, wherever we are, then we're going to appreciate each other anyways. So whatever you're doing, Wodamaya, whatever the Living My Best Life in Ghana family is doing, it impacts everybody. Some of the other YouTubers, when you guys just remain amazing as Blacks, then we see the truth in each other. We don't have to keep saying, guys, we got to unite. Guys, we got to do this. We love each other innately. It's in us to love each other. That's just the way it is as Blacks, as Africans in the diaspora. That's the reason why when we see people that look like us, but they're different, even though we've been told that's one thing about that person, we're automatically attracted. It's innate. So for those of us that are movers and shakers, keep doing the work. Keep doing what you're supposed to do, because that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Because every little bit that all of us do, it inspires the next person, it motivates the next person, and they realize that, oh, I can't go back to Africa. That's a place that I might want to visit. That's the place where I might want to move, instead of saying, oh, let me travel to Texas, let me travel to North Dakota. So I'm just here to say, you know, as a Black person in America, I have a real desire to go to Africa now that I've seen people like you, Wodamaya, showing us this is today. This is real. So thank you. I just came here to say thank you. Keep up the good work, because the more all of us stop talking and just do it, you know, just do it. Just go and then show. We all got cell phones now. We all got cameras. Show all of that excellence. Be good to each other where we are. That's all we can do. That's what we do every day as people. And we know we're great. Looking at all the faces on the screen, all the people that have been on the screen, we can see the love in you. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Wodamaya, for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So I think we've been here for 3 hours. That's really impressive.
This is a great time. A great time for all of this. Our government is in shambles. The top of the pyramid is crumbling. And this is the time for us to really get together. My African brothers and sisters, please open your hearts and doors to us Black people who've been marginalized and over centuries have just been destroyed mentally. We hold on to the tangible part of slavery, but not the psychological part. And we need your help. Open your heart to us and let us see that Africa is beautiful, because they're not telling us that. And I love this format. We should do this all the time. Get some young people on here, get some young people's perspectives, I think.
Okay. All right. I just want to say thanks to each and everyone who really joined me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. There's something that I really wanted to share. I think we have to continue this every Sunday. We're gonna have this. Somebody's saying that the Bridging Gap Sunday. So every Sunday we're gonna have this conversation. I just want to say thank you to each and everyone that came in here. I think I spoke to everybody. I wish you guys can give a final message, but it's already 3 hours, and I think that will be enough for the day, enough for the evening. Yeah. So let's continue doing this maybe next time. I appreciate each and every one of you that came in here. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Appreciate you. So I think I'm going to take you all off, and I'm just going to sign out. So
Get some
if you
sleep.
see yourself out, it's just Somebody wanted to say something? This person that I was waiting for you to speak, but I think he left. Zexel. Tina, good night, yeah? Good night. Okay. It was a great night. Trust me, I never knew this is how it's gonna be because I couldn't sleep knowing that people were so mad. The comment section are like, no, we gotta do something. We really have to. I have to wake up and do something. And I'm so glad that I did this. So I just want to say that thanks to each and every one of you who joined this live stream today. If you're watching this after the stream, thank you so much for coming late. It's your boy, Mr. Ghana, baby. And to each and every one of you in the chat room, I just want all of us to come together and type Pamoja Milele. Then I just sign off Pamoja Milele. Pamoja Milele. We still got 5 minutes to think, to type Pamoja Milele together with the, how do you call this emoji? Is it fist emoji or something? How do you guys call it? English speakers, this emoji on the screen. Yeah. Pamoja Milele. In Swahili, this means together as one. Like I said, we should all forget our differences and then come together as one people. We just same people. I mean, when you travel in Africa, you realize that even within Africa, we think we're different, but when you keep on seeing your fellow brothers and sisters from different countries, you feel like, oh my goodness, we are actually the same people. So I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you who joined the show today. I hope you've liked the stream. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so and like the stream. Yeah, please do so and like the stream. And to each and everyone who also donated to support the show, I just want to say deep down my heart, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to see you all tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I love you all. Pamoja Milele. Peace out. God, I'm so tired.